Yo, what's happening, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Tuesday, everybody. What is happening? What is happening? Of course, we got our little baby parrot over there. I heard her come on tonight and say, yo, yo, yo. I'm like, oh, fuck. While she's covering Gypsy Rose, though, we're going to do a palate cleanser. On top of that, we're going to, make sure to give a reminder of what Betty pulled for 2.5 years over her sleeping with Dolly and not wanting to admit it. So we're going to do a reminder, and because Toasty's channel is gone, as she currently fights to get it back up, we are going to play these and give everyone a reminder, especially Betty. And I know she thinks that these are being done to bully her, but no, it's to put the truth out there and make sure that it stays out here, because apparently you're pretty proud that this got taken down. So, yeah, as a reminder of what you did, we're definitely going to make sure we replay this so it's clear in everybody's minds. What you're currently doing right now to GW and barbecue is bullshit. You did this before, and now you're trying to attempt to do it again. Okay, so I got this turned down, got the watermark up, and this is B. Tim and Toasty reading this deposition. This is part 1. I'm going to put it on 1.25 speed because I think that'll be a lot quicker to go through. You guys let me know if it's too fast, okay?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I will be directing back to Queen after this is over. This part right here, we're just going to read straight through. There's not going to be any commentary or anything like that. But we will be redirecting to Queen so that Queen can have an open panel because she's the one that does open panels. And you guys can join and ask her questions and have discussion. And that's when like commentary and the review part of it is going to be. This is just simply, reading it through. Okay, sounds good. Cool.
I think you should probably have like a disclaimer: do not harass or comment anyone involved in this litigation.
Yes.
Please do not post any comments to that person's page or harass that person.
Right. Exactly. And I was actually going to get to that too. So before we get started really quick, depositions are considered hard evidence in court. So it's the person that is being deposed, in this case, Betty, she's saying all this under oath. And because it's considered hard evidence in court, you can't go back and redo it. She can't change her answers later. It's set in stone. It's, nothing can be done to change this after the fact.
Yeah.
This particular deposition, there's 3 main parts. It definitely goes into like probably 20 other 15 or 20 other little things here and there that she's been lying about, but the 3 major ones were the 3 that were kind of left. And that was, the first one was Betty claiming that QueenBee had defamed her. And the issue with that was what was the nature of her relationship, if any, with Dolly Vision. She has already, as of a couple of hours ago, admitted it. Well, it doesn't change the fact. It actually makes it worse for her. She actually said that I'm doing this to embarrass her. That is not what's happening. This is about the truth. This is about vindication for the fact that she wasted her own subs' money to travel to these hearings. She's wasted 2.5 years of QueenBee's supporters and subscribers to pay for all of these motions and hearings and the deposition. And thousands and thousands of dollars,
tens of thousands,
right? Where it now is admitting on her own community tab post that she knew that it was a lie this whole time, and she sued Queen for defamation anyway. So like, that was just like, she thought she was doing something, but she was really just adding like the cherry on top that just made this so much nicer to read, because now not only do we have her hard evidence of her being deposed and admitting it in here, which I think we get to the beginning of tomorrow, but she's now admitting it openly, saying, oh, what's the big deal? You know, I had sex with Dolly or whatever. And I'm like, that's literally why you sued Queen. And you just admitted that you knew that it was a lie the whole time, but you had all of these people defending you, claiming that QueenBee had defended Betty, when in reality, it turns out QueenBee never said it, and it was actually true. So she actually did. So we're going to get to that. The second thing is that she was claiming tortious interference against QueenBee. And so the issue with that section is, did YouTube terminate her channel? And if so, what evidence does she have that it was solely QueenBee's fault? Now, obviously, we also know that's false, because Betty still has a channel. It's monetized. It's never been terminated. And she has a very interesting exchange with the attorney. I don't remember if it's going to be today or tomorrow, but it's very, very interesting. So I won't spoil that. And then, of course, the third thing was QueenBee's counterclaims, where QueenBee was saying that Betty was defaming her. And the issue there was that QueenBee was claiming that Betty claimed that she sold drugs to kids. And that is also very much touched in this. Everything from her, there was questions where she was a question about her statements that she's made about Crude AF. There's stuff in here about her claiming that she lost income. There's stuff in here where she's claiming like the copyright stuff that she's talked about. It has a lot. It's a lot of stuff to unpack. So I will say this, we're going to read it all the way through, all super chats and memberships and anybody who's tagged me or whatever. I'm going to read all of that at the very end so that we can read the first section through without stopping. And then I will go through all of your super chats and questions and everything at the end. And then I will be redirecting to Queen. And then there we can have a discussion, open panel, ask questions, you know, have at it or whatever. And it doesn't mean that you can't have conversations in the chat as well. Feel free to do so. B. Tim and I are just not going to be doing commentary on this. We're going to read it all the way through. This is going to be the same for tomorrow as well. And then, of course, like B. Tim said earlier, please do not show hate to anybody in the chat or anybody that we're going to be mentioning here or reading about here today. Also, do not contact anybody that is involved in whatever it is that we're going to read. My opinion is do not go over to her channel, even though it's not illegal, it's not bad. I would just say, just leave her alone. Don't leave comments on her channel. Just let her bury herself. She's doing a fine job on her own, stepping, you know, tripping over her own rugs that she likes to, you know, lie on. So just let her do her thing. And she's making a fool out of herself on her own. Just, you know, leave her alone. But this, definitely see this as not only vindication for QueenBee, but for all of you that have supported her for the past 2.5 years. This is for you. And then also, this is vindication for myself and B. Tim and Blank Screen and so many other people that she has falsely accused of stalking and harassing her, accused us of, you know, messing with her channel, whatever messing means, you know, all of that. So it really is a vindication for so many people. And like Betty said in Nonsense's stream right before this, back in December of 2023, Betty's own words were, don't be afraid to speak the truth. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Wow, so much time has passed since then, and we're going to just jump right into it. I'm going to read all of Betty's parts. And then the Aaron Russell, who is one of the QueenBee's attorneys, Jonathan Phillips, who is QueenBee's main attorney, and then there's a court reporter. I think she speaks up maybe once. B. Tim's going to read all those other parts. The vast majority of this is mostly Jonathan Phillips, which is QueenBee's main attorney, and Betty. Betty was pro se the entire time. She at no point had an attorney file anything for her or enter in the court representing her on this. So we're just going to get started. And like I have always done, I have always redacted all personal information. And it's on the screen for you guys to read it along with me as we are also reading it. So we're just going to get started. You ready, B. Tim?
I'm ready.
We're going to try to get to page 92, if that's possible.
Let's get going.
Okay, we're going to get started. Okay. So this is the first page, and it talks about the Circuit Court of, you know, Judicial Circuit. Sorry about that. It says the deposition of BullHorn Betty taken before blank, certified shorthand reporter, taken pursuant to the provisions of the Illinois Code of Civil Procedure and the rules of the Supreme Court thereof, pertaining to the taking of depositions for the purpose of discovery at blank, Illinois, commencing at 9:30 a.m. on the 25th day of July 2025. Appearances, Phillips and Bathke and Aaron Russell, or the Russell firm, which are the two attorneys that were representing QueenBee. And then, of course, BullHorn Betty was pro se. And when you see witness, it means BullHorn Betty. She's the one being deposed here. Okay, so this was the deposition exhibits. A lot of times what was happening is he would ask her some questions, and then what you see on there is that they played a video. Obviously, this is just type, so there's no videos or audio or anything in this, but there'll be breaks where you see that they played a video and then she responds, and I'm sure you can guess what the video is about because he absolutely fucking destroys her with this. But it says the witness was sworn in, whereupon, and then starts with BullHorn Betty. BullHorn Betty called as a witness herein, having been first duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. And then it starts with, you be Tim.
By Mr. Phillips. Question. Good morning, BHB. Before we get started with any questions, I note you have an Asus laptop as well as an external hard drive.
No, it's not an external hard drive.
You're not going to believe what this shampoo does to your hair. I've seen men go from this thin, patchy, receding to this visibly thicker, stronger, healthier hair in just a few months. I'm Mandy, trichologist with almost 10 years of experience. And when I first saw these results, I had to see what was behind them. Spartan works by blocking DHT. That's the hormone that causes follicles to shrink and eventually stop producing hair. But unlike harsh treatments or pills, this one's gentle enough for daily use and doesn't cause irritation. You just wash your hair like normal, and over time, your scalp starts to recover. Less itching, less shedding, and real regrowth you can see. If you've been watching your hairline creep back or your crown thin out, this is the upgrade your routine needs. Not just a shampoo. It's a reset for your hair and your confidence. I highly recommend checking out Spartan for a complete hair transformation in as little as 90 days.
It's just an external battery.
Question. Okay, external.
It's just a battery.
Question. Battery?
Yes.
Just a heads up. You want to say answer for your part when you're doing Betty. Just heads up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like Q is question, A is answer. Just
yeah.
Heads up. Sorry. Question as well as?
Answer. To charge my phone. Sorry.
Question. Well, Madam Court Reporter already admonished us that this isn't a conversation. We should try not to talk over each other. So just to kind of get started, I'm going to pose questions. And I just ask that you answer them once I've completed my question, and I'll try to make sure I don't interrupt your answers. The reason I'm bringing up your computer now is if you're going to refer to your computer in any way during this deposition or be looking at it, we are going to request to see exactly what you're doing and ask for copies of it as well. It is not.
Answer. I was just.
Question, ma'am. Frankly, people don't typically look at, if a witness is looking at something during a deposition or taking down notes, they are fair game. So I just mentioned that. In the event your computer is just sitting here, we're fine with that. But if you are using it in any way, we will be asking for essentially a copy of that hard drive, which is something I'm sure that you will cause a big discovery dispute. So I just want to do that to begin with.
Answer. And I'd like to also state on the record, since you did bring that up, that this is an external battery pack. It's just to keep my phone charged. I didn't know if I needed to reference a time, but now that you gave me that, the computer was just to take notes because I didn't have time to prepare. And I figured if I needed to send you anything, I'd like to capsulate the items that you would request or to
Yeah, keep in mind this is Rumble. Rumble sucks. I ran to let Duke out. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Rumble fucking sucks. So just keep that in mind. That's what we're using right now.
Substantiate the record at a later date. That's all I was doing.
Question, and with that, I'll also note again that this is a deposition. I ask you questions. If you have statements or something to that effect, we can follow the usual course of things. but I'm going to pose questions. It's not really, again, the time. It's not a conversation, as Madam Court Reporter said, for exposition. Have you taken any medications or drugs that will prevent you from giving me full, complete, and truthful answers to questions under oath today?
Answer, no.
Question, I'm going to hand you what's been previously marked as Exhibit BHB 21. And BHB's Deposition Exhibit 21 marked for identification. Mr. Phillips. Question, other than the fact that this was amended to change the floor number, is this the notice of deposition that required you to be here today?
Answer, this is the notice of deposition that was sent to me originally.
Question, okay. And then when we're done with an exhibit, you can just slide it towards Madam Court Reporter. Thank you. Why did you delete a video you posted called, quote, liar, liar, queen bee, end quote, just the letter B is a big, mad, and still raging on her channel, that you posted on or before about March 30th of 2023?
Answer, I didn't. Your client actually did a privacy client and removed discovery from my channel after we were required to preserve discovery.
Question, how do you know that?
Answer, because I received a note, which I believe I sent to your office.
Question, do you still, I have copy of that notice?
Answer, not with me.
Question, okay, do you still have a copy of that notice?
Answer,
Question, somewhere?
Answer, I believe I do.
Question, ma'am, we don't we don't take over each other. I'd ask that I'll be able to finish my question and then you respond. So you believe that you still have a copy of that notice?
Answer, yes, sir.
Question, and is that a notice from YouTube?
Answer, yes, sir.
Question, okay, you have some sort of degree concerning paralegal studies, is that correct?
Answer, yes.
Question, where did you get that degree?
Answer, Kaiser University, Kaiser College at the time. It's now since changed to Kaiser University.
Question, when did you secure that degree?
Answer,
The question answer shit stops here real soon.
2002.
Question, is University in Florida?
Answer, yes, sir.
Question, what city?
Answer, Sarasota at the time. I think their locations now maybe possibly Lakewood Ranch. I don't know.
Question, did you ever work for a law firm or lawyers with your that certificate?
Answer, yes.
Question, who?
Answer, blank was my first attorney. I think blank and then Alliance Group, but they were Amstar litigation when I started with them, and then they converted over to All Star. No, it was Amstar litigation, and then it went to Alliance Group litigation.
Question, anyone else?
Answer, no.
Question, what kind of law did blank practice?
Answer, wills, trusts, bankruptcies, estates, guardianships.
Question, and what kind of law did Alliance Group, Amstar?
Answer, civil litigation, predominantly mortgage defense. This was during the crash, the mortgage crash, so we were helping families fight their mortgage companies.
Question, and you said Amstar? Is that A-M-S-T-A-R?
Answer, that's correct.
Question, okay, did you go to medical school?
Answer, I didn't go to medical school, but I did take a CNN class when I was an insurance professional selling long-term care policies.
Question, and I'm assuming that's not the cable news network.
Answer, no.
Question, CNN.
Answer, sorry, CNA, a certified nursing assistant.
Question, okay, did you earn a degree or a...
Answer, no, I didn't. It was just for...
Question, did you earn a degree or certification?
Answer, I passed my courses, but I didn't go to any further to be approved by the nursing board.
Question, okay, when did you start your YouTube channel?
Answer, well, it's a loaded question because I had a YouTube account prior to, but it wasn't for true crime. It was for personal use and to look at analytics for my political stuff with Manatee County. That was converted to true crime the end of November of 2021.
Question, is that channel called BullHorn Betty?
Answer, it was converted to BullHorn Betty from my real name, Activist. Question,
okay, were you?
Answer, sorry, or Advocate. I want to make sure it's clear for the record. It might have been Activist or Advocate.
Question, so prior to November 21st, when it was this Advocate or Activist, did you post videos on the channel?
Answer, the stuff that from YouTube, yeah, I posted. What I ended up doing is Facebook wasn't giving me the analytics that I needed. So instead of putting the stuff directly to Facebook, I ended up putting some political commentary. That's all since been deleted from my channel when it was converted. But yes, sir.
Question, okay, so the answer to the question is yes.
Answer, yeah, I did upload videos prior.
Question, okay.
Answer to that.
Question, I'm going to hand you what's been previously marked as Exhibit BHB 7. BHB Deposition Exhibit 7 marked for identification by Mr. Phillips. Question, other than the cover page there, does that accurately reflect what your YouTube channel Bullhorn Betty looks like when someone visits it?
Answer, I think so.
Question, okay.
Answer, this looks like a screenshot of, what the viewers would see coming to see channel. Yes, sir.
Question, okay. Can anyone else post videos to the Bullhorn Betty YouTube channel?
Answer, no, sir.
Question, do you have any other YouTube channels?
Answer, yes, sir, I do.
Question, what are they?
Answer, well, I had a secondary account, Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories, which was taken down for, I don't know what. It was part of this thing that was recently returned back to me within 427 subscribers. And then I have the secondary Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories that has about 9,000.
Question, okay. So the answer to my question is yes, 2.
Answer, I think there might be some other ones I've set up, but I've never used. I think I've got one called Bullhorn Betty Coffee House. No videos, no activities. I think Missing in Plain Sight, again, another channel that was set up with a different, thought process in mind that I never, so there's more than 2, but 2 active channels that I'm utilizing. So I want to make sure that's clear.
Question, okay.
Answer, the other prior channels have no activity. I haven't posted on them, posted videos, anything. They're just set up for other projects.
Question, and I just want to stress again, this is not really a conversation, and I appreciate the exposition in some ways, but in the other, we are time limited today. So some like the appropriate answer to that question after all that would have been, quote, at least 2, maybe more, end quote. And I would follow up with questions if I needed to. But again, we are time limited today, so I would just ask that we try to focus on just simply answering the question that was posted. And the deposition process allows you to expand essentially kind of on your own time. So do you make money on via your Bullhorn Betty YouTube channel?
Answer, I do.
Question, you mentioned before it was a true crime channel, is that correct?
Answer, among other things. I mean, I think it, among other things.
Question, what else?
Answer, we do some political activism on there, coordinated of events on there. So more than just true crime.
Question, is this channel and the revenue it generates your only form of income currently?
Answer, no.
Question, what other forms of income do you have?
Answer, well, we have Cash App type features where people, provide like tips, I don't know what else.
Watch what happens when a 50-year-old man walks DHT naturally for just 90 days. Day 1, nothing visible yet. Just another middle.
She would want to call it, but then we have memberships through the channel. If we prepare like a GoFundMe for a special project or something like that, that would be generating revenue, but those funds are typically expended probably 110%. So
question, so you mentioned Cash App memberships. It's project specific, if you will, GoFundMes.
Answer, and then I've got TikTok as well, which I make an income off of.
Question, you also have a Venmo, don't you?
Answer, Cash App like apps. That's what I said.
Question, okay.
Answer, yeah.
Question, so would you consider Venmo and Cash App like app?
Answer, yeah, that and PayPal.
Question, okay. All these are associated with your YouTube channel, correct?
Answer, not necessarily. They're all independent of one another. However, they are advertised on those channels.
Question, and in fact, crawler at the bottom that gives your Cash App address?
Answer, yes, I do have the ability to do that.
Question, and you have done that in your videos in the past?
Answer, in the past, yes, sir.
Question, okay. And the same thing with GoFundMe?
Answer, yes. Those are pretty much, if they're GoFundMe, I haven't set up a GoFundMe personally, so those would have been set up by some secondary person.
Question, in fact, if the past 3 days haven't you had a crawler that shows a GoFundMe for a legal fund?
I'm gonna pause right there real quick because people are trying to get my attention. Hold on one second. Okay, so the audience is saying not to say question and answer anymore. That's just...
Well, you got to say question and answer because that's what the Q&A is, and that's how you differentiate between the two. That's when you read transcripts.
Yeah, but I think that people know because they can see it on the screen.
Okay.
And we're clearly like 2 different people, so it's fine.
Okay.
We'll just answer back and forth. Yeah, it was never set up by me.
Okay, who set that up?
Sonya.
Who?
Sonya.
Sonyya?
Sonja.
What's her last name?
Blank.
Where does she live?
I believe she lives in blank.
What contact information do you have for her?
We coordinate through the channel email as well as telephone number.
What the channel email?
I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I'll have to get back to you, the one on my email for her.
What? So you said the channel email a moment ago.
Blank.
What? Okay, but you communicate using that Gmail account with her email account. You don't recall what her email account is at this moment?
Right. It's very limited. Most of our stuff is by text.
Text message? Do you mean, I'm sorry, do you know the difference between, say, a WhatsApp message versus an SMS or an MMS message?
This is text message directly to me.
So an SMS or MMS message.
I would assume that would be what it is. It comes to my telephone.
Okay, so you mentioned Cash App and Cash App-like resources, memberships. What do you mean by memberships?
On our channels, if we get to a certain criteria where we're able to get monetized, we have the ability to have people pay for memberships. And those are in tiered order, typically 3 tiers or 4 tiers.
Is this something YouTube facilitates?
Yes, you set it up. You have the option for it, and you kind of modify it the way you want it.
Okay, so other than what you've described, Cash App, memberships, Cash App-like apps, some project-specific GoFundMe, TikTok, do you have any other forms of income currently?
I don't think so. I think that covers just about every form of income that I have.
And is that true for 2024 as well?
2024, I believe predominantly the majority of my income came from YouTube. I think all of 2024, I might have acquired 200, under 250 from TikTok for the entire year.
And same question for 2023.
Oh, the 2023 would have been predominantly YouTube.
Okay, by predominantly, do these other Cash App-like things, membership, GoFundMe, would those have been money collected from those in 2023 as well?
Yes, sir.
And in 2022, would the answer be the same?
I can't remember if those were set up at the time, but I do know I had a cash type app. I don't know which specific app. I don't think I had all 3 of them though in 2022, but I could have.
How would you find out?
I could probably look at the account. I don't know. I'd probably have to do some research to find out because I don't have any idea where to locate.
These platforms send you 1099s at the end of the year, don't they?
They do.
Okay. So if you wanted to find out from YouTube, GoFundMe, and Cash App-like apps, including Cash App and TikTok, you would have 1099s that could show the revenue that they provided you.
I think we only got 1099s for 2024 because 2022 and 2023, I'm confident that our threshold was like 20 grand on those apps. So unless I made 20,000, it did not produce a 1099. Because I don't recall having a 1099 from TikTok or YouTube in 2022 or 2023, or not TikTok or YouTube. I'm sorry. The Venmo and Cash App, I don't remember getting, and I keep wondering why I didn't receive one. I went into the documents, but I remember there was a couple years that I didn't even meet the threshold for a 1099.
You just said you went into the documents. What documents?
So they do have just like you had asked, you said, do they give you a 1099? 1099s? Yes. They don't mail those to us. They send that to us electronically.
So when it gets sent to you electronically, is this something you log into your account and there's like a document center that you can see various financial documents?
Yes.
And does that exist for Cash App?
I don't know it exists for one of them. I don't know which one, at least one of them, because I've had to go back and look. I think it was Venmo when somebody used I had like a credit card. I've since did away with it. I used it at a pump and somebody took it and started running up charges on it. So I canceled that aspect of it, the credit card. And that's when I found the billing because I know that they have statements because I had to go back to the statement too.
So the answer is Venmo has that document center.
Yeah, I believe so.
Sorry, I don't mean to raise my hand to be rude. I just didn't want to interrupt you, but we were talking over each other there. Is the answer though, is that Venmo you believe has that kind of document center?
And I'd have to assume, but it's an assumption that the other ones may have the same type of, but I haven't.
Have you checked?
I haven't. No, sir.
Have you filed taxes for the past 4 years?
Yes. The only outstanding taxes are due right now are 2023 and 2024.
Okay, so how did you calculate your revenue for submitting your taxes for the year 2021?
How did I submit them? The 1099s that I received minus my business deductions and...
So if you do not receive a 1099, but you did receive revenue because you didn't meet the threshold, did you not report that income to the IRS?
I'm not sure what was reported until I looked at the tax return. You're asking me to go back several years of taxes. I can't.
So the answer is you do not recall.
I do not recall.
Okay, but you could look at your 2021 tax return to see.
Yes, if I can find it.
Okay, and then what steps have you taken to preserve your 2021 tax return?
It stayed where it's been since. I haven't looked for it, haven't seen it. It's been filed, so I know that the IRS has it.
2022, how did you calculate your revenue to report that to the IRS?
I'm pretty sure that was reported in the same way. I do the taxes, send the paperwork over, and I don't know how stuff is calculated. I get the information over. It's taken care of. We sign a document.
So,
and mail it away.
did you prepare your 2021 income tax return?
I did not prepare the 2021 or the 2022. My husband took care of that for me. He has a business, so we have
I'm sorry? What's your husband's name?
blank, and he's my ex-husband.
Reporter asked for clarification.
Blank.
Mr. Phillips. And do you have blank's contact information?
I do have his contact information. I can't remember what his new number is. I'll have to get that back for you.
Okay, so in 2023, did you file an income tax return for that year?
No.
How do you plan on calculating? How do you plan on calculating, or how do you plan on submitting a tax return for 2023?
I'll probably be doing it.
May I complete the question, please? How do you plan on submitting your or preparing your tax return for the year 2023?
I don't know.
Do you have an accountant?
I do not personally have an accountant
Why do you qualify as the word personally?
because previously with the business, we were able to have I don't know what place he went to, whether it's H&R Block or a number of places, but you're asking me questions that I don't have the ability to answer.
And that's perfectly fine. If you can't, you're welcome to say, I do not know. I
Okay.
do not recall.
I don't know. You're asking me questions I'm unfamiliar with, and I don't want to make a mistake here.
Okay, when you said the business in your previous answer, is that a business that you and ex-husband own together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, do you or the business you operate as BullHorn Betty have any accountant or bookkeeper for that business?
No.
Have you had an accountant or bookkeeper for yourself or BullHorn Betty business?
After I learned this simple trick using manuka honey and a plant extract, a recipe said to be 11
in 2023, 2024, or
No.
2025?
No.
Okay, do you plan on securing an accountant or a bookkeeper?
I am unsure.
But you did make money in 2022, you did make money in 2023 and 2024, so far in 2025, correct?
Yes, sir.
And how would you find out how much money you made for each of those years?
On YouTube, they have a back-end studio, and you can go and change your analytics from like 7 days to 30 days to 90 days to the past year. So that's where I find I kind of can look there for it. I know what they are. They have a document. I think that's where you're trying to go with this, that they have maybe a document area there. I believe they do. I think I've been to it at least once, but I can't be 100% on that. So that's how I would probably look at those averages or compare them.
So that's for YouTube. What about the Cash App like apps?
I think they had the activity on the front screen. To be honest, I just don't go onto those areas of the apps. So
do you plan on paying income taxes for the money you've earned?
of course.
Okay, but is that front end that you haven't really went to for these Cash App like apps, is that how you're going to find out how much you made so you can pay your taxes?
Yeah, I'll have to go pull the 1099s. Yes, sir.
Okay, when did you first begin communicating at all under any medium with JLR?
Long before I was ever part of YouTube.
Can you give me a date?
I think we started speaking 2019.
Was Mr. JLR still in prison then?
No, he hadn't been in prison yet. I don't even know the aspect of him at that time.
When did you first meet him in person?
It was at a political event somewhere in Florida, Manatee County, I believe, my county.
And reporter clarification.
Manatee County, Manatee.
Mr. Phillips. When though? The question was when, not where.
Somewhere in 2019. I can't be specific. I don't know.
When did you first communicate at all in any medium with the person that goes by the name of Dolly Vision? Dolly Vision, who's two separate words.
2021, maybe the end of 2021.
And is Dolly Vision, that's going to be the name, his real legal name, just so people know.
Yes, sir.
And when did you first meet him in person?
In person, I would have to say, oh, good gracious. The beginning of 2022, maybe mid 2022, the first quarter of 2022, I believe.
Okay, and when did you first determine QB was QueenBee? That's the two words, be like the book.
I think I learned of her around October of 2023. So just pause right there. That is a blatant lie because she sued QueenBee in June of 2023. So just want to say that. She says, I think I learned of her around October of 2023. I think I may have heard her name prior to, but I don't know. But it definitely was at the Quentin Simon case. It was when I've heard of her and started learning of her.
And when you say you're, quote, learning of her, do you mean learning about QueenBee, or you learned that QB was QueenBee?
No, about QueenBee. If I recall correctly, about the events took place is she was just somebody that didn't like some of the stuff I was doing, and that's a dime a dozen. And when I was out in front of Quentin Simons here or house, she was running all of my content day and night, and so that's when I was learning about her. And I believe people started making it. Maybe it was Was it October 2022?
So my question for you is, when did you first determine that QB was QueenBee?
Oh, okay. So that would have been, I think, March of 2023. So it would have been October 2022. So March 2023 was when I learned that blank was QueenBee.
And you first learned of QueenBee then in October 2022, with the placeholder in your mind being Quentin Simon case. Is that correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Correct.
When did you first post a video saying QB was QueenBee?
I think it was after she ran a story about me. I've got to process this. Let me just get my bearings so I don't talk too much.
What was the question?
What was the question again?
Sorry about that. When did you first post a video saying that QB was QueenBee?
I believe that was in March. I think that was the one that you had referenced, the liar liar video. I believe that was right there at the time frame. I only made 3 videos about this situation.
So sometimes I'm asking you questions about when. Obviously, I'm looking for a date. Maybe it's not obvious and you're doing placeholders with videos. In the event you can't give a date, but you give a placeholder of some video you posted, if myself or Miss Russell were to go find that video and find the date, would that be more or less accurate then?
I think that would be fair.
Okay, and then sometime between October 4th of 2024 and November 5th of 2024, you received a copy of a police report from the blank police department about my client selling alcohol to someone under the age of 21 years old, correct?
Give me those dates again.
October 4th of 2024, November 5th, and November 5th of 2024.
I made a request to the blank. I know I made a couple of requests to them. I'm unclear what you're asking.
What I'm asking is sometime between October 4th
Okay.
of 2024 and November 5th of 2024, you received a copy of a police report from the blank PD about my client selling alcohol to someone under the age of 21 under the age of 21, correct?
I believe so, but I think I've had that prior to that time frame. That's what I was trying to get at. I wanted to make sure I understood your question, but I had those documents prior to that date.
How did you get them before that date?
I believe somebody had sent them to me. I'll have to go back and find them. It could have been JLR for all I know, but I can confirm that.
How would they have sent them to you?
By email.
It was
To
JLR.
blank?
Yes, sir.
And just so the record's clear, it may have been JLR, but you're not sure, correct?
When I went back and checked the FOIA, JLR was the very first one to do it, and then Betty, and then on down to Sledge Knuckles.
Correct.
Okay, but you should be able to find that out by looking in your email.
Yes, sir.
Okay, has YouTube ever terminated your account?
Yes, they have.
When?
I believe it was December of 2023. I think it came into, I believe it was December 2023.
But your account is up right now, right?
That's correct.
So what do you mean by terminated?
So they were in the process of banning my account for copyright infringement from somebody that was working with Queen. Let me just rephrase that. We had from December on, she had been working with several people, and Stephen.
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt this.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Because it's not
Okay.
responsive. You used the word, quote, terminated, that your account was terminated, correct?
It was.
And this is what I want to get at.
Okay.
When I think terminated, I mean I think it's done, but it's obviously not done. So I guess my question is for you, by terminated, your account would suspended also be an accurate word?
This was scheduled for termination, a full ban of my account.
Okay, so it was scheduled for termination?
7 days.
It was scheduled for termination in 7 days?
Yes, sir.
And it was scheduled for termination in 7 days because of 3.
That's a lie.
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
YouTube does not do that.
These are 3 copyright strikes that were not submitted. Sorry, I want to take a step back. By copyright strike, do you mean a notice submitted to YouTube under the DMCA, the Digital Millennial Copyright Act?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there were 3 copyright strikes, at least 3, that were submitted against the BullHorn Betty YouTube channel, correct?
That is correct.
And those were not submitted directed by QueenBee, were they?
No, they were not.
And because of those 3 copyright strikes, YouTube informed you that your account would be terminated in 7 days, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, yet your account was not terminated, correct?
That is correct.
Okay,
Can I elaborate on that?
you cannot. Is this email, did you get an email from YouTube about the termination?
He
or the
said
potential
you
termination?
cannot.
Yes, sir.
And did you submit that to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office?
I do not believe I would have submitted that to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, okay.
Let me rephrase that, because I did have detectives there. I don't know if I did submit anything to them.
Look, I'm trying not to stop this because I want to let you guys hear it. But my commentary, man, I can't help it. Some of this shit is fucking hilarious, and I have to laugh at it.
If they requested it, I may have turned that over as part of their evidence request
Okay.
to clarify the record.
I'm going to show you what has been previously marked as Deposition Exhibit 10. BHB Deposition Exhibit number 10, marked for identification by Mr. Phillips. And this is a video. Madam Court, and then Mr. Phillips. Madam Court Reporter, I don't expect you to transcribe the video. We have the exhibits here as well. And I don't know if you want the video files for the record. It seems strange. I think we can just hold on to that. Then off the discussion held off the record, and then returned back on the record by Mr. Phillips. Actually, now I just made everyone type that out. And before that, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit BHB 9. BHB Deposition Exhibit 9, marked for identification by Mr. Phillips. Other than that cover page, is this a screenshot of a video of a page hosting a video that you posted called, quote, "Wanna be a drug thug saga continues," end quote, and a very cleverly B is B like the bug?
Yes, that appears to be an
Try this strange 10-second sugar hack to reverse high blood sugar practically overnight. It works.
accurate reflection.
And did you stream live a video that you ultimately titled "Wanna Be a Drug Thug Saga Continues" on or about March 31st of 2023?
It says it was streamed live. That's correct.
My question is not whether or not it says that. My question is, did you stream live on or about March 31st of 2023?
Yes, that would be accurate.
And so on the, again, not the cover page, but the first page of the content on the upper left-hand corner, there seems to be a big rectangle that says BullHorn Betty and some other stuff. Do you see that?
Which one? Are you talking about this right here?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, yeah.
And so the record reflects it. What I mean is, above the word "wanna be a drug thug saga continues," there's a rectangle that appears to be almost like a frame from a video, correct?
Correct.
And if I were on YouTube, or you were on YouTube, is this where a video would play?
That's correct.
Okay, and now we're all done with that. I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as Exhibit 10. And now we're going to look at Exhibit 10-1. Griffin Deposition Exhibit 10-1, marked for identification. A video was played. Then it's back to Mr. Phillips. Did you just watch a video of yourself just now?
Yes.
And was that part of the video that was posted under "Wanna Be a Drug Thug Saga Continues"?
I have no idea based on that little clip
Okay.
whether that was associated with that or not.
Okay, fair enough. But that is you said those words.
That was me on camera, and those were my lips moving, but those were the words coming out of my mouth.
Okay. Has anyone ever sent you a written message via the YouTube platform saying, quote, "Say no to drug kiddos"? Oh, wait, she's giving them to the children. Disgusting, end quote, about QB?
Yes.
And did you respond, yeah, quote, "Yeah, but you know that's the crap she does"?
I would like to see that. I wouldn't know if that was me saying that or not about.
So as of right now, you're unaware of whether or not you responded to the message that way.
That's correct.
I'm going to show you now what's been marked as Exhibit 10-2.
I figured you'd get to that.
BHB's Deposition Exhibit number 10-2, marked for identification. Video played by Mr. Phillips. Does that refresh your recollection of whether or not you responded to that message with, quote, "Yeah, but you know that's the crap she does"?
That was
quote?
me.
So you just watched a video of you saying that?
I did.
Okay, and did you post that video online?
The only way it would have been visible for you would have been online. So yes.
Okay, have you ever stated, quote, "I've never even had a community strike," end quote?
I'm sure you've got it there. I'm sure if that's what you have, I'm sure it's valid for the record.
My question isn't whether or not I have it. My question is whether or not.
I don't recall saying it.
Okay, and what is a community strike?
Well, there's several ways you can get community strikes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. I didn't ask how you get community strikes. I'm asking what a community strike is.
It's a strike that goes against your channel as a community standard, I believe. You have to do number of things to get the strike.
And by channel, do you mean like a YouTube channel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit BHB Deposition Exhibit 10-3. Exhibit BHB Deposition Exhibit 10-3 with marked for identification. Video played by Mr. Phillips. Does that refresh your recollection of whether or not you said, quote, "I've never even had a community strike"?
And I believe at that time that it would have been an accurate reflection.
Okay, my question was whether or not that was accurate. My question is whether or not that refreshed your recollection of whether or not you've said the words, quote, I've never even had a community strike, end quote. So I'll repeat my question.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, have you ever said, quote, our true crime case is QB. She's a criminal that sold drugs to children, went over her docket this morning, end quote.
That sounds like something I said.
Do you recall saying something to that effect in March of 2023?
Yes, I believe so.
What docket did you go over?
If it's a docket, that would imply that it was probably what I pulled from Judici.
What did you pull from Judici? That is Judici?
Oh, it's pronounced how?
I don't know I don't know to pronounce it. I just was spelling it.
Okay, gotcha.
For the court reporter.
Because I was wondering if I spelled it wrong.
I pronounce it Judici.
Okay.
I don't actually know. You can pronounce it however you want, as long as Madam Court Reporter knows how to spell it.
Okay, fair enough.
Did I spell it correctly? Judici?
I think so.
Okay, so what did you pull from Judici in March of 2023 that constituted QB's docket?
I'm sure it was just that form that you see, you type someone's name in and go through there, and I probably clicked on a few of the cases, something like that.
Wrong name.
So when you're in Judici, you type in QB, and so it's clear our client is no stranger to traffic tickets and other run-ins with the law. There will be a series of case numbers on the left, usually year, a two-letter designation and a case number, correct?
Yes.
And so when you say docket, you mean you did that on Judici, you saw that, and you clicked on some of those cases with the hyperlinks on the left, correct?
That took us directly to the case dockets, yes.
And by it taking you to the docket, then it doesn't actually show you the filing, does it?
It does not show you the filings.
Okay, but what it will show you is events. What we might call a docket sheet.
Like a history?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what would happen when you click on one of these, say, blank?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say that that's an accurate reflection.
Okay, so when you looked at the docket, you saw a case history, not any actual filings, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I'm going to play you what's been marked as Deposition BHP Deposition Exhibit 10.4, Deposition Exhibit 10-4, marked for identification, video played by Mr. Phillips. So in that video that you posted online, did you say, quote, our true crime case is QB? She is a criminal that sold drugs to children, went over her docket this morning, end quote?
Yes, and after seeing that, it did. I don't think it was the docket that we went over it. I think it was the actual form.
Yeah,
that.
okay.
And I think it
time
was
to
the
admit
actual
you're a
paperwork
liar.
that we went over that was received. This is prior to me ordering it from the sheriff, but it was the package that I had received from somebody, possibly JLR.
Yeah, JLR just set you up, didn't he? He just set you up with the wrong information. He just happened to give you the wrong info, didn't he, Betster? Okay.
Is this the same packet of paper we talked about before when we were talking about?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
shit.
I'm sorry, I haven't completed my question. For a clear record, is this the same
sorry, I
paperwork
haven't
that we
completed
were
my
talking
question.
about before when we were talking about documents you received from the Blanks Police Department?
Yes, when I
She
clarified
won't
that
even let
information-
him talk. She won't even let him talk.
About
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I haven't completed my question. For a clear record, is this the same paperwork that we were talking about before when we were talking about documents you received from the Blanks Police Department?
Yes, when I clarified that information, yes, sir.
Okay, so as far as you can recall, at this time, you say not have been looking just as sorry, let me get that. Okay, so as far as you can recall, at this time, you may not have been looking just at Judici. You may have also been looking at actual documents.
I think that would be a more accurate reflection.
And okay, I'm going to play you what's been marked as BHP Deposition 10-5. BHP Deposition Exhibit 10-5, marked for identification, video played by Mr. Phillips. Who is that?
I'm referring to QueenBee and her clique of misfits.
Who is us?
Me and my friends, our channel, our coffee club, us. I don't know what I was referring to specifically there, but it would have been one of those things.
I guess I should say was 10-5 a portion of the video that you posted online.
It's I'd have to say yes. I mean, it's me, but I don't know which video that came from. So without clarity, I don't know. That was me. It was posted online. So the answer is yes, but I don't know when.
Okay, so you said us is yourself and your friend. Who are your friends?
The coffee club. I mean, we're on.
who are the members of the coffee club?
Oh, good gracious. I have over 1,000, maybe 826, I think. The last time I checked, about 1,000, something like that.
I'm sorry, it was 1,800 and something, or is it 800 and something?
No, it's not 1,800. It's like between 800 and 1,000. Those from month to month, those fluctuate. So we don't have the same subscriber count, but I think my last was, the last time I checked, it was at 800, and that's for members, not subscribers. My subscriber count is about 40,000.
And the coffee club, do people pay you to be a member of the coffee club?
If they're members, they pay for the membership, but it's not required.
Okay, are you able to generate a list of the members of this coffee club?
Yeah, they have we have a membership list as well as subscriber list. I'll have to be screen captured. I don't know how to get those lists other than, screen capture from my computer. I don't think it's downloadable.
Have you ever checked YouTube reports on how to download that list?
No.
Have you tried looking on YouTube to see if you could?
I don't even really look at those metrics, honestly.
Do you remember?
After I learned this simple trick using Manuka honey and a plant extract, a recipe said to be 11 times more powerful.
Are being served with a quest for production that gave you a link to instructions on how to download reports from YouTube?
I do remember seeing a footnote related to C. Yes, sir. That you put on my document. Yes, sir.
Did you ever click that hyperlink?
I did. I clicked on the hyperlink and saw the instructions, but I didn't because we were having issues with scope.
Okay, so you never undertook the steps that the instructions gave you.
Gypsy Gypsy Nilsson hit says this is interesting. I knew a lot of this, but no details. I was new to BHB. So this is a deposition between me and BHB. This is what actually ended the lawsuit, because once she told the truth, that was it. My lawyer was going to take this into court and get it thrown out anyways. So basically Betty already knew what time it was, and she approached my attorney and wanted to settle immediately after this, because she already knew what time it was. So this right here is what ended my lawsuit. And yeah, I'm glad you're here to hear the truth. Did she have to pay your fees? No, she did not. I did not pay her a dime or a penny. She didn't pay me a penny. This was a very happy day for QB and all of us. This day, BHB threw the towel in after 2.5 years. She had no choice. Once she told the truth on this deposition, that was it. And she knew she was done. She knew what it was. She knew exactly what time it was when she admitted that her and Dolly slept together. She knew exactly what it was.
No.
Okay, did anyone ever call into your channel and I guess scratch that? Are people able to interact with you speaking wise in real time during their lives?
There is a multitude of ways. Chat, I can invite people on my screen, and I can open up the cell phones, or not the cell phones, the channel phones.
Okay, and has anyone ever called in and said, QB, quote, did do what she did, but I don't think she was the one that was selling anything to children, end quote?
I'm going to hit on that. I feel like that did happen, but I don't personally recall it this far in advance.
And this is, I mean, you already know where this is going, so I'm not trying to trick you or...
No, I know. That's why I was just being honest with you,
If you don't recall, you don't recall. So I'm going to play you what's been marked as BHB Deposition Exhibit 10-6. BHB's Deposition Exhibit 10-6, marked for identification. Video played by Mr. Phillips. What sale were you talking? Well, sorry. Did you receive a call from someone saying QB, quote, did so what she said, but I don't think she's the one that was selling anything to children, end quote?
That is correct.
Did you respond with, oh, no, she was? The court record said her name, not the deceased person's name, end quote.
That's correct.
And was that video that we just watched, BHB Deposition Exhibit 10-6, a video that you posted online?
It would have had to have been, yes, sir.
You mentioned a deceased person. What's that deceased person's name?
Same name as QueenBee. Tried to say that the...
I'm sorry, I'm going...
So essentially they doxed the wrong person. They were looking up just anybody with the name Rebecca Turner. So when they found this girl, they actually found a girl that was beat on. She died of domestic violence. She had a horrible life. She was a drug addict. She led a horrible life. And she was, in horrible domestic violence. Anyways, once they doxed this girl, we finally found out that she was dead, that she had died. But before that happened, they kept saying that it was me. So essentially, they doxed a dead girl instead of me. That's where she got the wrong information from.
I want to interrupt. My question for you is, what is that deceased person's
This is what happens when you listen to Dolly and JLR, and neither one of them have their information correct.
name?
Deceased person's name.
That's fine. You can
Okay.
say you don't understand. You respond, oh, no, she was. The court record said her name, not the deceased person, end quote, correct?
Right.
What court record?
I'm pretty sure it would have been the court records we're referring to related to what was emailed to me, the packet for her, their incident.
To make this easier, would it be okay if, and I want to make sure we are on the same page on this. We were talking earlier about a packet of information that you later got from, or as you testified today, that you later got from the blank PD, but someone else may have emailed you a copy of before, right?
Correct.
Can we call that packet of information the blank PD document?
Can we just call it the initial package?
Initial package works for me.
And then the ordered package,
Well,
just the initial package because it wasn't done. Like, I didn't order them.
okay.
You're asking for...
Are those two packages exactly identical?
No.
Okay, well, we'll just circle back each time. Okay.
Okay, sorry. I don't mean to make it difficult.
No, that's fine. We want a clear record. And then the discussion was held off the record. Mr. Phillips says, let's go off the record. It's 10:23. A short recess was had. Then they returned back on the record. Mr. Phillips. Miss BHB, you understand you're still under oath?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was the BullHorn Betty YouTube channel first monetized?
Oh, I really don't know. If I recall, it was within a month, maybe. I don't know.
Would it be in the year 2021?
Or the beginning of 2022. I give myself just a couple because it started, at that some point.
No later than Q1 of 2021?
Yeah, that would be accurate.
You mentioned phones that you message on. What phones were you messaging on?
That phone, that's like my third iPhone 12. So the other ones were broke. I got another Samsung. I actually have two other Samsungs. They're broke. And that is the last of the phones. Even the other Samsung down there is cracked and kind of broke. So
didn't you stream just last night using two cell phones?
Yeah. So this one right here is the one I stream on when I'm on the road.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt. Is what you're holding right now a cell phone, an iPhone?
An iPhone i12 Pro. And then there's one here, and this one that's broken doesn't have internet to it. This is a Samsung 21 Pro Max, I think.
Okay, and those are the two phones that are...
This one doesn't have texting, just this one.
So this one does no texting is the Samsung, and the one that does do texting is the iPhone.
Correct.
You said this is your third iPhone 12, correct?
Second of third, yes, sir.
What phones have you had in your possession from the year 2023 to present?
3. I had a Motorola. This is my third Samsung Galaxy Pro Max. I have an LG that's really old that I use for camera. So I've got about 7 different phones that I'll take with me for extra additional cameras.
Are your Apple devices backed up to the iCloud?
Yes, sir.
Are your non-Apple devices also backed up to the iCloud?
No, there's no other way. I don't think you can do that with iCloud, but this one hasn't backed up to the iCloud in over a year.
Okay, and?
I don't know why.
So you mentioned 3 iPhones?
2 to 3.
2 to 3 iPhones, 3 Samsungs?
At least.
At least 3 Samsungs, a Motorola, an LG that you've all had in your possession at some point since 2023, correct?
21, 23.
That's my question was.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For 2023.
2023 would have been the Samsungs and the 1 iPhone, 2 Samsungs and 1 iPhone and a Motorola.
So you've had that iPhone there since 2023?
I got this iPhone here I've had since 2024. I lost my original one. It was stolen from me, and I've got a police report on that in October of 2023.
So you've had 2 iPhones since 2023?
Yes.
Okay, not 1.
That's correct, because that's when it happened.
So 2 iPhones, 3 Samsungs since 2023?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Did you ever text message or do any messaging of any sort on the 3 Samsungs since 2023?
The Samsungs were hooked up to, yes, the answer is yes.
And did you do messaging on the iPhone that's not with you since 2023?
Yes, sir.
And that iPhone you said was stolen, though?
It was, my whole purse was stolen, and
So the phone was stolen.
the phone was stolen.
Okay.
So I had to buy another one. And so I got that in the end of 2023, October.
Where are those other Samsungs?
They're cracked, but I keep them. I keep all my phones, so I do have those.
At the beginning of this deposition, you referenced we. Did certain things, is that the same we that you just described before, your friends, your channel, and the coffee club?
In reference to what?
At the beginning of the deposition, you know, I'll just scratch that and it's fine.
There, just to let you know, there are times when I speak, even when I'm out on the road and I'm saying we, even on the show, and that's just me out there on the camera, and it's collective of the whole channel. When I say, when I'm on the road alone and I'm referring to we, it's the whole entire channel. So the we could be different from.
So when you say we in the channel, you mean the viewers, the subscribers. What do you mean?
The coffee club. That's what the coffee club is all of that, right? It's the subscribers, it's the members, it's the vibe. I'm sorry. It's the story, it's the club.
So it's your viewership?
Yes, sir.
Okay, quote, we is your viewership.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is this context? Yes, sir.
Now
in this context, yes, sir.
Now back to the exhibit 10-6 that we were looking at before, where someone called in and said, QueenBee, quote, did do that. She did, but I don't think she's the one that was selling anything to children. You responded, quote, oh, no, she was. The court record said your name, not the deceased person's name, end quote. And we discussed the court record being an initial packet of information that someone sent you prior to October of 2023 that had court documents, correct?
They weren't court documents. They were incident reports from the sheriff's department, or they were the mugshots, the incident reports, what she was arrested for, the arrest record, I guess.
And you have a copy of that somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you said court record, it didn't necessarily mean court records. It could mean police reports.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think because when you're live.
I'm sorry. The answer is yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you mentioned in that video that, quote, she's a felon because of the sale, correct?
Yes, sir.
What sale?
The narcotics sale, the raid, the house raid.
Okay, so the sale you're referencing in Exhibit 10-6 was a
live
sale, correct?
You should have read the documents.
Well, it appeared, yes, it appeared to be a string of some sort of where she was caught up in a sting.
Fair enough. She wasn't selling drugs to cops, but it was the sale of narcotics.
It was the sale of narcotics, correct?
That's a lie. You didn't read the documents. And no, BHB does not have a vibe. She has a stinking ass fucking odor that fucking lingers behind her, an aura, if you will, of like a black fucking cloud behind her. BJ's is like a big green fucking stinking ass cloud. Betty's is just a black cloud. You know what I'm saying? Just bad fucking vibes, just black aura, just ugh. Just you see the devil coming.
Correct.
Okay, have you ever said that you're not worried about clicks or views on your channels?
That's correct.
I'm going to play you what's been marked.
Try this strange 10-second sugar hack to reverse high blood sugar practically overnight. It works.
Oh, but
10-7, BHB Deposition Exhibit 10-7, marked for identification, video played. By Mr. Phillips. I'm going to pause it for a second. Do you see the scroll at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Is this like, where is it says, quote, support our next project, Venmo, BullHorn, Betty, or Cash App. Then it has a $sign, quote. Do you see that?
Yes, yes.
Are those is that the way that you collect money via the Cash App like apps?
Yes, sir. That was what we had discussed previously that rolls across the screen.
Okay, thank you. Plays video. By Mr. Phillips. Is that video that you posted online?
That's correct.
Is everything you said in that video true?
That is correct to an extent.
Why do you qualify it with, quote, to an extent?
Because I know you're trying to use it for a different purpose or to stretch it. But either way, the way it is, as stated for the record, is fine with me.
Well, were you telling the truth in that video or not?
Yes.
Okay. Is the Star Baby Cash App, is that you? Does that go to you?
Yes.
Is there a reason your Cash App isn't BullHorn Betty instead of blank?
Yes, because the Cash App was set up prior to that. And I thought going to change it to BullHorn Betty, but somebody had stole the name and was collecting money under false pretenses. So I had to reach out to Cash App, and they exhausted that name so no one can use it.
Okay, I'm going to play you what's been marked as Exhibit 10-8. BHB Deposition Exhibit number 10-8, marked for identification, video played. By Mr. Phillips. Before it cuts off, do you see where it says, quote, call in blank?
Yes, sir.
If someone calls that number, where does it go?
It comes in over my computer.
Like a voice over IP phone call?
I don't know what that would be, but it's run through my computer.
Okay, it doesn't go did a cell phone?
It could.
Is it a Google Voice number?
Yes.
Okay, understood. Plays video. Bye, Mr. Phillips. There towards the end, you talk about, quote, them and they, getting angry being failures. Who are them and they?
I'm referring to QueenBee and her misfits.
Do you know all these people that are the so-called misfits?
I don't know any of these people.
Okay. Is there a reason you see fit to call them misfits if you don't know them?
Yeah, because they've destroyed my life.
Okay. That Exhibit 10-8, is that a video you posted online?
Yes.
You mentioned at the beginning of it that you appealed people doing mass reporting, correct?
That's what I said at the time. I don't know when that time frame is of that. It doesn't say on this video.
Okay, appeal to who?
I would assume YouTube. That would be who I would appeal to.
I mean, if they're appealing DMCA takedowns or
Yeah.
community strikes, you wouldn't appeal to anyone else, right?
Right. Yeah, I would assume that I would be referring to YouTube in this conversation.
So when you appeal to YouTube, how do you do that? You get a notice from
fucking
YouTube by email?
misfits,
Yeah.
you know.
Don't you?
Yeah, but you can. There's sometimes you can
Oh,
go
you
do it behind the
bad
scenes in the
gosh
YouTube
dang
studio,
bumbles.
but some other things you have to appeal directly from email.
You
I'm
little
pretty sure.
misfits.
So sometimes you might do it on the back end of YouTube
Yeah.
Studio, and sometimes you might appeal by applying to an email, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you still have those emails?
I don't know that I have those emails. I don't know if I have all of them.
Why not?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look.
What steps did you take to preserve emails you received from YouTube since you filed your lawsuit?
I haven't deleted anything.
What steps have you taken to preserve emails?
To keep them there.
I'm sorry, I haven't completed my question. What steps have you taken to preserve emails from YouTube that you've received since this case began?
Leaving them in Gmail.
Okay, have you taken any other steps to preserve emails from YouTube?
No.
Okay, and we get an email from YouTube for say, DMCA strike. It says copyright notification, doesn't it?
Something like that. I think so.
So you could run searches to find emails.
Yes, sir.
And you could check the boxes of emails and 3 little buttons in the upper right. You can say export to PDF, right?
Yes, sir. Let me say, I think you can. I've never done that before, but yes, I'm pretty sure that you can do that. I usually screen grab, but...
Fair enough. You said that you got something in writing from YouTube, correct?
In reference to...
In the video that we just watched.
I would assume that it's referencing to some type of notification from YouTube. Yes, sir.
Kind of an alleged violation of the DMCA or alleged violation of your community standards.
Something to that effect. Yes, sir.
Okay, other than allegations alleged you violated copyright laws or have violated YouTube community standards, has YouTube advised you of any other things you've done wrong?
Not that I'm aware of or that I'm thinking of off the top of my head.
Okay, you said you got something in writing from YouTube telling you that you could say, correct?
I think they clarified because I believe it was about a name, me saying somebody's name. So I don't know how to answer that, but I believe so. I spoke to someone in a chat from YouTube.
Did you preserve that chat?
I'm sure it was sent to me.
Who is they?
YouTube.
Someone that works at YouTube?
It was a back-end chat with a YouTube person, yes.
Would it be like a YouTube support chat?
Yes, creator chat. That's exactly what it is, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a bot, Betty.
Okay, so when you
It's
said
a fucking
in
bot.
this video that you got something in writing telling you that, tell them what you could say,
Jesus.
that was someone from creator support
It's
on
a
YouTube?
fucking
I'd
bot.
have to assume that because
Betty.
I don't know when this video was taken. I don't have any reference to time here. I'm trying to, try to figure out which video.
Who said in here if I was Betty, I wouldn't show my face again? She was so goddamn mad when she found out this was going to be fucking read out. She was pissed. She went on her community tab and she admitted to fucking Dolly. Then she turned around and said we were doing this shit to embarrass her. No, bitch. You fucking sued me for 2.5 years over a goddamn lie because you fucked a dirt bag and didn't want to fucking come clean about it. That's it. That's all, bitch. You know what it is. You fucking cost me and my goddamn community thousands of fucking dollars for no goddamn reason. Kind of like BJ cost Clue and them $10,000 for no fucking reason. It's a bunch of bullshit. You motherfuckers out here, fuck you and all the people that stuck with you, Betty. All 42 of them. Because that's all you got in your chat now that we don't fuck with you. We don't watch you. We don't hate watch you. We don't stream you. We don't fuck with you. And you're left with 40 fucking people.
That could.
Well, I'll put it to you that everything in Exhibit 10
Okay.
is in fact the March 31st, 2023 Wanna Be a Drug Thug Saga Continues video.
Oh, okay. So with that being there, then that was the question. What was the question again? Sorry, I'm just trying to think of everything.
I was asking whether or not, when you said in this video on or about the end of March 2023 that you got something in writing telling you what you can say
Yes.
from YouTube, that could have been someone in chat from creator support.
I believe it was related to privacy complaint. Yes, sir.
So we have privacy. Is that a form of community standard issue?
Yes.
Okay, what other things are community standards as opposed to copyright?
I think that falls under intellectual harassment, bullying, referencing harm, just a variety of different categories.
Okay, and you said YouTube has told you time and time again they do not care. They are used to mass striking, and so long as you follow the rules, they will not punish you, correct?
That's what they said. Yes, sir.
Was that in the same creator support chat?
Yes, sir.
And you can get that chat?
If I have a copy of it or YouTube has it in their stuff, then yeah, it should be accessible.
What steps have you taken to preserve that chat?
I didn't know it needed to be preserved. It was all done digitally online. It was done through
Yes,
your
you
app.
did, Betty.
My question is, what steps, if any, did you take
I don't think
to preserve that?
you could. I don't think there is any steps with prior chats with support, YouTube support.
So the answer then is you did not take any steps, correct?
I don't think there was any to take.
I understand you do not think there are any to take, but I just need an answer to the question.
That is my answer.
Did you take any steps to preserve?
That is my answer.
Mr. Phillips. Sorry, Madam Court Reporter. Bye, Mr. Phillips. Did you take any steps to preserve the chats?
I didn't have any reason to preserve the chats at the time.
You almost answered it. I'm confused.
I'm confused as to what you're getting at here because
There's not a question pending any longer.
Okay.
The answer is that you did not take steps because you did not know there were steps, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, YouTube creator support emails you copies of the chat transcript, though, don't they?
It's possible. I don't know.
Okay, and then you said you were in contact regularly with YouTube.
At that time, I'm sure I was.
How did you engage in this contact with YouTube?
Creator support, the chat feature in the backend.
Ever emails?
Only once was I able to speak to them by email, and that was when they were trying to terminate the account. And it was a serious matter. So I had an actual person that I was working with directly.
And that was a person you were working with directly via email, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Have you
Lies.
ever spoken with them in real time, either by call, video conference, or
More lies. They do not give you a time limit. They do not reach out to you and tell you they're going to delete your channel. Betty, you are fucking lying your ass off some more.
anything else where you're communicating orally?
I believe I may have spoken to someone once, but if that happened, the communication happened over the phone. It was a very long time ago, and I don't remember the reasons for it.
Was it before 2023?
I can't recall. I don't remember, but I believe I did speak. I think I called one time and got right through, and it was like something at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hold on, I seen somebody ask me, was I there? Moon and stars together. QB, were you there for the deposition? How was she acting? Actually, the day before the deposition, Betty filed an order of protection against me, and she attempted to file an order of protection against my attorney as well. She was trying to get out of going to the deposition. It was held in Chicago, Illinois, which is 2.5 hours away from me. She was told by the judge it was denied on me. It was denied on the attorney, but no, I did not go. I did not have to be there. That was another thing she was mad as fuck about. How you gonna go get that order of protection on me, but you fucking mad that I'm not there? Girl, cut it.
Do you remember why you called?
I do not.
Do you remember if it was on one of the phones that we discussed earlier?
I'm certain that it was on either, one of the phones, but I'm uncertain.
Okay, I'm going to play you what's been marked as Exhibit 10-9, BHB's deposition, Exhibit number 10-9, marked for identification, video played. By Mr. Phillips. You're reading a statement from someone about QB that she denied that she sold drugs to kids, which is what people want proof of, right?
I cannot make heads or tails with that little clip that you just played.
Is QB who you were discussing in Wanna Be a Drug Thug Saga Continues?
Yes, sir.
Video played. By Mr. Phillips. What docket?
I'm assuming they're talking about the paperwork I had. As you know, I was referring to the package of paperwork as a docket, but it wasn't really a.
I've been taking Digesticare for 3.5 years. It's a wonderful product. It has great
docket. It was actually the arrest.
When you said they, the person, the statement you read, quote, she denied that she sold drugs to kids, end quote. which is what people would like proof of. The statement you said didn't actually say anything about a docket or court record, right?
I don't know. You'll have to play it.
Do you want me to play it to get back?
Yeah, please, if you don't mind.
Video played?
Oh, okay, I know what that was about.
What was it about?
QueenBee, when I brought up the docket and showed the pictures of her and the crimes that she had been arrested for, she tried to say that they were from a deceased person named Blank, or a random person with the same name, which it wasn't. This person was obviously not deceased. It was her, and she was being dishonest to her audience. So
no, you guys doxed the wrong person, and then I helped you dox the right person, because then you attempted to use nonsense, and you guys actually thought you called. First, you thought you were calling my phone, but then you had it fucked up because you called nonsense, and then you tried to dox nonsense with her old address when she was a child. And then it turned into, you knew it was nonsense and you did it for Molly, but you attempted to blame other people and saying that you did it to threaten me. You knew damn the fuck well that wasn't my name and number. You motherfuckers love to play goddamn games. You bitches love to play some fucking games. And boy, did you motherfuckers play some games.
I went through great lengths to prove that it was hers.
So you mentioned docket again. What docket did you want QueenBee?
Here, you guys want me to show you the girl that was that they tried to dox and to say was me? Let me show you real quick. It's really sad too, because she's a pretty girl. She let's see here. If you look her up, it's not the first one that comes up, but she passed away she had gotten into some sort of fucking fight behind Walmart. There was some kind of something behind Walmart with this dog. When me and that girl looked this girl up, this is not the picture that Betty showed. This is the picture that Dolly had on his community tab. So Dolly's the one who doxed the wrong person. Then he went and tried to tell Betty. Betty had the paperwork that JLR had already sent him, which she had already sent her. So Betty had the paperwork that had my actual name and face on it, but they had the wrong fucking docs that they were trying to go through that Dolly had. So they had basically they had some of it right, but not all of it. You know what I mean? Like they had posted, basically Dolly thought he was coming up with something good and came up with the wrong fucking name. I want to say it was like Kentucky or something. Let me see. Her obituary shows up too. Let me see if I can find it. We were like, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, that girl's passed away. I was like, no shit. And she's like, yeah, she passed away. Here she is. Right here, y'all. Look. All right, let's go to her thing. Okay. This is the girl right here. Her name is Rebecca Turner, and she passed away. This is the obituary. This is who they thought I was. This is who Dolly originally tried to dox me as. This is the obituary right here, how we know she passed away. And they got the name wrong. See where they got the name wrong? It says Rebecca Lynn. That's not me. That's not my name. So this is the wrong person that Dolly had up on his community tab, and it was the wrong docs. So me and that girl, actually that girl's the one who reached out to me, and she was like, bitch. And I was like, what? And she goes, that girl that they doxed, you know, the one they said was you on Dolly's community tab. Yeah, that girl's dead. I was like, are you fucking serious, bro? And she's like, yeah, that girl died. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. And so, yeah, this is the girl that they tried to say that I was. So it was really fucked up. It was really fucked up that they even did that. So Yeah, this is her, and she had something happen behind Walmart. I'm guessing, I'm not really sure, but it says in her short life, Becca was faced with many unfortunate circumstances, not the least of which was suffering since childhood with a seizure disorder and domestic violence. Being blessed with wisdom and tenacity and faith in God, she was on a path to confront the issues and achieve the goals she set out for herself and her children. So, anyways, long story short, she had a really, rough life, and so it was really fucked up because, like I said, Betty had gotten the packet from JLR, which had my mugshot and shit in it, and Dolly had actually pulled up the wrong fucking name with the wrong person and the wrong picture on YouTube. What's wrong? I mean, some people can hear it just fine, and some people can sit there saying they're not. What's wrong? I see Babodi got the X marks. What's going on? Yeah, they're still fucking up sharing. Oh, there's no sound for some of you guys? Oh, shit. So, okay, some people hear it, some people don't. Oh, shit, I'm sorry, guys. Here, let me pop this off and put it back on. I apologize. I'll rewind it. Some of you guys can hear it, some of y'all can't. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. I didn't realize that a couple of y'all could and a couple couldn't. I apologize. Here we go.
I don't understand you.
Is that better?
Can people be arrested?
Can y'all hear it now? Yeah, I got it playing. Can you guys hear it now? Now that it's shut off and back on? Okay, yes, you can. Okay, good. Here we go.
And charged without actually committing a crime.
I just went through it, so yes.
Okay, and then you say you just went through it. Was that the case down in Tennessee?
Yes.
So a charge isn't necessary proof of something, is it?
It is not proof of anything.
Okay, 10-10, I'm going to show. Exhibit Deposition, Exhibit 10-10, marked for identification, video played. By Mr. Phillips. Was that a video you posted online?
Sure was.
And there you were reading a statement from someone that I think you referenced as Tennessee Bug, talking about she's assuming that QB sold drugs to young people.
We were talking about the substance abuse sale and the assumption that nobody checks IDs when they're selling drugs. Yes.
What do you mean, quote, substance abuse sale?
Her drug sales. What is she charged with? I don't have the records in front of me now.
The narcotics you spoke about before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a young people are buying narcotics, and then you stated, quote, absolutely, absolutely. So there you have it, end quote, right?
Whatever is stated in that is a good reflection of my statements.
Gotcha. I'm going to play you what's been marked as Exhibit 10-11, BHB's deposition, Exhibit 10-11, marked for identification, video played. By Mr. Phillips, is that a video you posted online?
That's correct.
Is everything in that true?
That's stated, yes.
I didn't ask what was stated. You didn't lie to your audience there, did you?
No.
Okay, so everything you stated there was true.
Opinion based.
Do
I believe I have 192,000 viewers? Yes, I do. But do I believe people from all over the world somewhere in this country know who BullHorn Betty is? Yes. Do politicians in the state of Florida know who I am personally? Yes. All these statements are true, but I know where you're going with this, and I want to clarify that those are my opinions.
Where do you think I'm going with it?
I'll leave it at that.
Where do you think I'm going with it?
You're trying to establish that I'm a public person, and I am not. I'm private.
Are you verified on Facebook?
No, I am not.
Are you verified on X?
I am.
Formerly known as Twitter?
Yes.
Are you verified on Instagram?
No, I don't think so. No, I rarely use Instagram. No.
Are you verified on TikTok?
I'm monetized on TikTok. I don't know if there's a verification process or not. Might be part of the monetization. I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Are you verified on other social media platforms?
I think X is the only one I'm verified on currently.
Have you ever said about QB that she is a despicable woman that sold drugs to children?
I think she's a despicable woman. I'm pretty sure I did say those things.
Did you say she is a despicable woman that sold drugs to children?
I'm pretty sure I made those statements. Yes, sir.
Have you ever told her that, or said about her, that people who are supporting her are, quote, supporting a woman who has harmed a child and children, and not just a child, children?
And I do stand behind that.
I'm asking whether or not you said it.
Yep. Yes, sir. Sorry.
I'm going to play you what's been marked as BHB Deposition Exhibit 3, BHB Exhibit number 3, marked for identification by Mr. Phillips, and then 3-3, Deposition BHB Deposition Exhibit number 3-3, marked for identification, video played by Mr. Phillips. What children did she harm?
Her victims, the people she sold alcohol to, the people she is selling substances to.
What do you mean by substances?
Whoever substances she was selling. They had different substances on that list, from cocaine to, I think they had some, I don't know, have the record in front of me to know what I was talking about in 2023, but it wasn't just one substance.
So she was selling multiple substances to children?
Was she selling multiple substances to children? The assumption is that she is selling drugs. I don't think she's looking at people's driver's license who doing so, and those drugs do get in their hands of little children. Those statements are true.
So when you said that she sold drugs to children, you mean substances like cocaine and
whatever
narcotics?
Whatever she was arrested for.
And by arrest, you mean those of narcotics, including those of narcotics, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I put it to you that this is a stream that you made on or about March 30th, 2023. And I think we discussed earlier that you did not delete this stream, that it was taken down.
If it's not up now, then that's the one that I reached out to your office immediately after getting the notice and notified you about. If it's the same one that I notified you about, then that is true.
Do you back up any of your live videos?
They're on YouTube. I don't have to back them up anywhere other than YouTube.
You took no steps to preserve any of your YouTube videos after litigation began?
Yeah, I kept them on my channel. I didn't delete them. I didn't privatize them. I didn't put them on members only, in members only. I kept them, the record exactly reflected as it is.
Did you ever take action to have your verification removed from Facebook?
I quit paying the service fee.
So at some time you were verified on Facebook?
Correct. Yes, sir.
What social media platforms have you had any time been verified on?
I think just X and Facebook. And Facebook, I think, was just recent. I've only been verified maybe 6 months.
So you got verified and then unverified in the past 6 months?
I quit paying the fee. You have to pay a fee. I think it's like $15.99 to have the star next to your name. And, I opted not to pay the fee.
How do you get verified on Facebook?
You sign up.
What do you have to do?
I can't even remember. I think they gave me a little thing in one of those feeds that says you want to be verified. Click the button. I went through it and it said, pay this fee. I don't even know if it was required a driver's license or anything. I don't remember. I did it and I've been on it.
I just gotta say this: if for
And they
all, listen,
What steps did you take to preserve the information that?
I just gotta say this to you guys: for all what 600-700 people that's here, you guys listen. You guys are all.
You guys are under federal fucking investigation if you don't know it yet.
All right, just for being here. What? I come to ruin your party, bitch. So, just so you're well aware, every single one of you are under federal fucking investigation. And we're all fucking pissed, right? Dexter, we're pissed. You're all under federal fucking investigation just for being here listening to this shit. Gosh damn it.
You submitted to Facebook to get verified.
Nothing.
Why not?
It was on the app. How do you preserve an app?
And just so you're well aware, B-Tim was actually threatened to be doxxed over this shit. She was pissed. Betster said, that's it. I'm doxing you out, B-Tim. I'm suing you and I'm suing Toasty over this shit. B-Tim almost got doxed out and sued over this fucking deposition reading here. Shit. God damn, we were over here putting in fucking work. Almost got his fucking stinger chopped off and his wings burnt up. Betty was over here with her fucking torch ready to burn the hive down. Shit.
How do you preserve an app? I don't.
Did you ever ask anyone how to preserve what you did to get verified on Facebook?
Everything that I have has been preserved since the action has come up, with the exception of one video being deleted by your client.
That doesn't answer my question. That's not non-responsive. My question for you is whether or not you.
I've asked it. You've asked it.
If I could.
And I've answered it.
Please finish my question. My question is, did you speak to anyone about how to preserve this particular evidence?
Did I speak to? No, I have spoke to no one.
Did you screenshot the process of doing it?
No.
Look, Kimmy Cash, does that make us unprosecuted federal felon misfits? Well, you fucking hit the nail on the nose, babe.
Oh.
You knew that part of this case is about whether or not you're a public figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hyperbole doesn't.
There's no question pending. I'm going to show you what's been marked as BHB Deposition Exhibit 3-2. PHB Deposition Exhibit number 3-2 marked for identification. Video played by Mr. Phillips. Is that video that you posted online?
It was a live stream broadcast.
And was that posted online?
Yes, sir.
And were you talking with someone that had the screen name of Dolly Vision?
Yes, sir.
Is that the same Dolly Vision that we spoke about earlier?
Yes, sir.
And he said that QB was selling drugs to kids, correct?
Yes, what I heard.
Okay, do you have any idea why he said that?
Betsy the Baker.
I can't. I'm not going to speak to that. I don't.
Not going to speak to that, but you'll speak to riding that dick. Betsy the Baker says they are going, they're going to be really bored investigating me. That's all right. Hyperbole. You're a bumble. You're getting investigated.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's been marked as deposition. BHB Deposition Exhibit 3-3. BHB Deposition Exhibit number 3-3, marked for identification. Video played by Mr. Phillips. Who is Jelly Bean?
I have no idea.
When you say, quote, yes, selling drugs to kids, end quote, are you referring to QB selling drugs to children?
I'm referring to her sale of alcohol to children.
You're not referring to any of her other arrests?
Not related to that. That specific clip, no. It was related to the reference of alcohol distribution to a minor.
More lies. Lies on top of lies on top of lies. Listen, Babodi, hyperbole. She just needs a hyperbole. Hyperbole. How does she say it? Hyperbole? Hyperboles? Well, how the fuck she says it anymore, damn it.
What's the age of a majority in Illinois?
21, I think. Is that what you're asking?
No, I asked you what is the age of majority is.
Are you saying like 17, 18? I don't know. I have no earthly idea what your age is here.
Okay, do you know what a minor is?
Yes, it's under the age of 18.
Okay.
All I know is I'm cracking up. Coco said we are the FBI, the Fallon Bee Investigations. That's it. Put on your fucking stingers and wings. Let's ride.
The report.
There is no question pending, ma'am. Who is
We
Molly
fly
Golightly?
at dawn.
Crazy lady. Another content creator.
You didn't always think she was a crazy lady, did you?
Yes, we've had problems since I've met her.
What in the hype?
I'm responsive. You didn't always think that she was crazy lady, did you?
Yes.
Other bumbles are gonna wake
You've
up
always
and wonder
thought
what
she
the
was
fuck's
crazy?
going on.
Yes.
Is it your common practice to maintain professional relationships with people you think are crazy?
It's no.
Okay.
Nor did I want to.
Did Molly Golightly? Did I get her name? What's her name?
MGL.
What is that MGL?
Your guess is as good as mine. Whatever's in that document is how I made sure I checked it to make sure it's spelled correctly in the documents.
Blank. When did you first meet Molly Golightly?
2021. She showed up in front of Gabby or Brian Laundrie's house.
2021 got her name. What's her address?
She lives in blank. I've been to her house, but I don't have her address.
Did you use like Google Maps or Waze to find your way to her house?
No, I flew in. She picked me up.
Okay. Do you have her phone number?
I do. I believe that was deleted several years ago, but I believe I do have a phone number on that I can require, but it's not in my phone. It's on probably one of my Google phone numbers. But I do. I think I can get it.
Yes, listen, Moon and Stars together. I've been working on merch secretly over here, working hard. And I hope you guys love it when it does come out.
I believe that was deleted several years ago, but I believe I do have a phone number on that I can require, but it's not in my phone. It's on probably one of my Google phone numbers. But I do. I think I can get it.
You mentioned Google phone numbers. How many Google Voice numbers do you have?
1.
Why did you use Google phone numbers?
Because I ended up using, as you know, I
use Android devices, so I say the word and then it starts stalking me.
Oh, I prefer Android. I'm going to be switching back to Android. What was the question? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. I was asking why you mentioned multiple numbers if you only use one.
Because I don't pay for the service, so when it goes dormant, you kind of lose the number. So when I was getting hit with all this harassment, I stopped using my phone, and that's what happened. I lost the number.
What steps did you take to preserve that number?
There's nothing I could. I didn't take any steps to preserve that number, the phone number.
Google Voice, you can have an inactive number and just let it sit there, can't you?
No, I think because it's been used so much, you have to be able to do that, but...
So your answer is no as far as you're concerned?
Yeah.
And can you access your calls and text messages that were received on the Google Voice number still?
Not the old one, no,
And the old one, did you take any steps to preserve?
No.
And the old one, did you use it in 2023?
I don't think so. I don't know, because I feel like I had a different number, but I can't recall. I'll have to get back to you on that. I really don't know.
Did you use it in 2024?
I used my phone number, yes. Yes, sir.
The old Google phone number?
Yeah, I think I had it up until January of this year.
Or okay.
Or I lost it maybe November of last year. Something triggered the new number.
Did Molly Golightly ever ask you or say she gave drugs to kids and you said yes?
I believe there was something on her channel something to that effect, but I'm sure we're going to see it. So I'll answer it after we watch it.
No, I'm going for your answer now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Something to that effect. I don't know verbatim.
I'll show you what's been marked as BHP 3-4, BHP Deposition Exhibit 3-4, marked for identification, video played. Bye, Mr. Phillips. So you mentioned narcotics and drugs. So the drugs you're talking about here are narcotics, right?
If I said narcotics and drugs, then yeah. There's two separate things there.
Video played. There you go.
There you go.
Quote, meth, coke, those are all narcotics, right?
I don't know which. I didn't know at the time. I was going off when I was having that. Well then.
Okay, I'm going to play for you exhibit number. No, not that one. Your second amended complaint brings claims.
So we're going to end it right there. So
yeah.
That was actually perfect because tomorrow, you thought that this was bad. Tomorrow is like 10 times worse.
Oh, this was like the tame stuff.
Right.
This is the tame stuff.
This
the
is
good stuff's tomorrow.
This is just warming up. Right. So I'm going to go through all of the super.
So with that said, Part 1 is done, son. And that's that. You guys want to finish going over the other half, or do you want to call it a night? What y'all want to do? I don't know how long the other one is. I'll have to go look to see how long it is real fast. Let me go take a little peeky peek here and see real fast how long this sucker is. Do you guys want to listen to the rest of it in part 2, or do you want to go to bed and do part 2 tomorrow? What y'all trying to do? You want to finish it? Listen, because part 2, I just smoked a whole fat ass blunt. We are gonna crack the fucking hell up at this part. This one, this part is where it's at. The second half is funnier than fuck, because this is where she talks about, you know, Chili's and JLR and Dolly and, you know, this the good stuff. This is where she comes in fucking talking all the shits. Dropping the truth bombs. All right, let's go grab it.
The real reason you're stiff after sitting.
All right, let's play these commercials here first and get this going first. And then we'll get this up. Okay, here we go. Part 2. Part 2 going through. Let's see here. Let me double check our stuff here real quick. Roses fall, thorns remain. Thank you for the $10 super sticker. Thank you for finishing this tonight. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Biddy. Thank you for showing some love. And listen, BJ, stop this. I'm going to need you to stop it. You need to stop saying showing some love. You need to stop saying showing up and showing out. You need to stop saying yo. You're not going to have the sauce, baby. You can say it, but it's not going to, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to work out for you that well. Okay? You ain't wearing my skin. Yes, Duke is over here snoring his ass off right now. So is Voodoo. Look at Babodi coming in, dropping 10 of them on us. Thank you, Babodi. Thank you. Look at you showing love, guys. Miss Patty dropping 5 of them on us. Thank you, Miss Patty, Babodi. Roses fall, but thorns remain the same. Oh, did you wake up with Stretch? She ain't got the mots. Yeah, I know. She's saying mots now, too. Bitch, you ain't got the fucking mots. Sit your fucking stanky leg ass down. Stankin' ass bitch. That's why I said we got to take a break from this fucking dip bait smelling bitch over here fucking copying everything we do. Mocking me like you know, like you want to talk all kinds of shit, but can't stop saying and copying everything I do and using my words and my sayings and wanted to jump in and wear my skin. Corinna Lynn dropping 5 on us. I appreciate that. You know what, though? Guess who used to be the same way? Laura. CPS caller. She used to be the same thing. She used to be the same way. All right, let's get into it.
With me, like I did in part 1 last night, I'm reading BullHorn Betty's part, and then the attorney Jonathan Phillips, the other attorney for QueenBee, who is Aaron Russell, and then the once in a while court reporter is going to be read by B-Tim.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, we'll just do a sound test. Everyone can hear me. We are ready to go.
Yeah, am I low? Is this better? I'm sorry.
I can hear you clearly. Oh,
okay.
Sure. All the sound good.
Okay, yeah. That should be better. I think it's similar. Let me lean it. Okay, that's a little better. Cool. Okay, so a couple things, like I said last night, like more of an explanation is in the beginning of part 1. Part 1 is linked in the description underneath this live stream if you want to hear that again. But the two things that I will repeat this particular time is, 1, all super chats and memberships will be read at the end of the stream so that we can read this last section through without stopping. We will not be doing commentary. We're just simply going to read what is on the screen. And then I'm going to be redirecting everyone to Queen. And then at that point, open panel, discussion, commentary, that's where all that's going to happen after the fact. I just want to get through the last almost 100 pages of this that's left. And then the second thing I wanted to say is please do not show hate. This is already in my description and everything. I just want to reiterate, please don't show hate to anyone mentioned in the stream, anybody in the chat. Don't show hate to each other. And also, please do not contact anybody mentioned. That goes without saying, but some people, you got to say it again. So yeah, just don't go over to anybody's channel that is mentioned in this document. Don't go to their channel. Don't leave comments. Don't fucking bother them. Don't do any of that bullshit. Just listen, laugh, and then do commentary on Queen's channel. Cool? All right.
Are we ready to rumble?
Y'all are grown, but I did want to say that again, just so that we cover all bases, right? Some of these people, like Betty, they are doing, she is burying her channel just fine on her own. She does not need any of you to point that out for her. Cool.
Absolutely. That's why she's sitting over there with 40 people in her chat right now, because she's already burnt hers to the ground and sitting over there on ashes. And no, Toasty did not deserve to lose her channel, especially when you have, terrible ones like Beej, and you got BJ Grape, you got Bedster, you know what I mean? Some vile ass people out here, but me and YouTube don't agree on this.
Cool. All right. So at the end of last stream, we ended on page 92 for a very specific reason. And people have already been freaking out all day long, even though we haven't even gotten to that part yet. So we're going to start, I think.
So before this was ever even read out, B-Tim and Toasty were threatened to be doxxed by Betty. She was trying to, make threats. She was trying to argue. She was trying to fight anybody that commented on her live stream. She was pissed as fuck and did not want this deposition out. She did not want this out. But she already knew what time it was. So you cost me thousands and thousands and thousands, my fucking community, thousands of dollars. This motherfucking deposition cost thousands of dollars, bitch. Fuck you. I'll never get back the fucking amount of money that we put out for your fucking bullshit. Fuck you.
I think we should start probably right here where it says Mr. Phillips, Second Amendment complaints.
Yep, I'm there.
Okay, so this is where we're going to start right here on line 13 of page 92.
All right.
And we're just going to jump right in.
All right.
Go ahead.
Second amended complaint brings a claim for defamation and a claim for tortious interference, correct?
Correct.
It doesn't bring any other claims?
No.
Actually, I'd like to clarify that for you. I guess you asserted other claims, but the other claim or the other pending claims are defamation and tortious interference, correct?
That's correct.
And for defamation, you allege that a statement about you having sex with Dolly, aka Dolly Vision, or sexual intercourse with someone named Dolly, aka Dolly Vision, is defamatory, correct?
I don't know that. I don't think that's the actual defamatory aspect of it. I think her saying I screwed him in a car is the defamatory part. I think that's the harassment nature of it, and the malicious nature of the statement is the defaming part of it because it didn't happen.
Okay, so the defamatory statement.
So here she tries to lie, okay, because she says it didn't happen. Oh, it absolutely did. It just didn't happen in the car, she's alleging.
Is that you screwed Dolly in a car?
That's what they're saying, and they were preparing videos about it.
When you say
never once,
they,
I've
I
never
want to
made
know
a
what
video about it.
exactly
Not
did
one
QB
time.
say that you believe is defamatory, not what someone else said. What did QB say that was defamatory?
Her alleging that we were screwing. We've been screwing. I can't even remember all the things, all the disgusting things they said. Let's not even get into these sexually transmitted disease conversations.
Well, hold up. I don't know that you're responding because you keep saying they. I want to know what QB.
She said on her show out of her mouth that was in bed or in the back seat of a car with Dolly. It was a whole conversation on their show, which has been properly, I guess, provided to you. I don't know the link.
So again, I want to know exactly what was said. All I've gotten so far that QB said is that you were in the back seat of a car with Dolly.
Let me clarify I don't know specifically verbatim what she specifically said.
How would you find out?
Reviewing her public video about the matter.
What video?
The video, what was referenced in the second amended complaint that you were referencing.
But the second amended complaint doesn't give a URL, does it?
If it doesn't, then it would be in the original complaint or the first amendment complaint. But the link is there.
Do you understand that neither the original complaint nor the first amended complaint, or that they're null and void at this point?
Yes, I understand that.
So do you recall whether or not there is a URL in the second amended complaint where we can see that QB said that was defamatory?
I'm unsure without looking at it.
Okay, now you mentioned that you allege that my client also said that you had sex with JLR, correct?
And she did.
And you were in a relationship with JLR, right?
Yep.
Did you ever have sexual contact with JLR?
Yes, sir.
So if my client were to say that you had sex with JLR, that wouldn't necessarily be false, would it?
She had no knowledge, but you're right. It would not necessarily be false.
Well, damn.
Okay.
No knowledge before making those statements.
Okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, nobody had knowledge.
Hold on. You don't know that, for one. And for two, let's take it back, Jack. Let's hear that one more time. One time for the one time for the one time for the one time. Let's hear that shit again.
But the link is there.
Do you understand that neither the original complaint nor the first amended complaint, or that they're null and void at this point?
Yes, I understand that.
So do you recall whether or not there is a URL in the second amended complaint where we can see that QB said that was defamatory?
I'm unsure without looking at it.
Okay, now you mentioned that you allege that my client also said that you had sex with JLR, correct?
And she did.
And you were in a relationship with JLR, right?
Yep.
Did you ever have sexual contact with JLR?
Yes, sir.
So if my client were to say that you had sex with JLR, that wouldn't necessarily be false, would it?
She had no knowledge, but you're right. It would not necessarily be false. But
what the fucking hell? What in the hellfire? And you fucking filed a lawsuit over this?
You guys are under federal fucking investigation if you don't know it yet. You guys.
God damn it. We're under federal fucking investigation. Shit. Bedster, we done listen. We got the fucking
receipts. I got the deets and the receipts. I got the Mott's. I got the Mott's applesauce. I got the Mott's, folks.
He's got the fucking Mott's. Stinking ass trout Mott's. Here, hold on.
She had
okay.
No knowledge before making those statements.
Okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, nobody had knowledge.
Well, you mentioned to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, right?
That was probably about the first time. I mean, outside of our family and friends.
So family and friends knew it?
Yes.
Okay, so family and friends, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, they all knew.
Our home, we were live where we reside. So maybe not people in Illinois.
Okay, but when say we reside, did JLR reside with you?
No, he has his own separate home, but he was at my house 3 or 4 nights a week, and I was at his house 3 or 4 nights a week.
Okay, so he lives within driving distance of your home in
Within an hour.
blank, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Where does he live?
Blank county.
Can you spell that?
Blank.
Is that in blank?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there a town, or does he live out in the county?
No.
Out of the country? Sorry.
No, I think his specific name is blank. I think he's in blank, not New Blank. I think he's in blank city limits.
Do you happen to know whether blank is blank or blank?
It's blank.
Okay, I'm going to hand you what's been previously marked as a BHB exhibit, or exhibit BHB 6. BHB deposition exhibit number 6, marked for identification by Mr. Phillips. Is this your second amended complaint?
It appears to be in a proper reflection. Let me look down here. It looks like it's a proper reflection of my Second Amendment complaint.
Okay, I'm going to direct you to the 13th page of that document, in particular paragraph 105.
Okay.
So one of the defamatory statements you alleged my client made was that QB said you had sexual intercourse with a YouTuber by the name of Dolly, aka Dollyvision, correct?
That is correct.
And this is what we were talking about before, that you cannot recall the exact statement, but we have to look at a video, right?
Yeah, a video that has been since privatized.
I've been taking Digesticare for 3.5 years. It's a wonderful product. It has.
Okay, and nowhere in here is like the URL of where we can see that video, right?
I don't think it would have been up there. It would have been down in the body. Hold on. If there is one, it appears that's correct. It looks like that was omitted out of this.
What steps did you take to preserve the evidence that you based paragraph 105 on?
The same as I previously answered.
Which was?
I've taken no steps other than keeping this stuff on my channel.
But this wasn't on your channel, you said.
What are you referring to?
Paragraph 105.
To that, what was the question?
You said that my client
Okay, hold on.
posted on a video on her channel that she
Oh, then I didn't.
said you had sexual intercourse
Yeah, I didn't do.
with, I'm sorry, I have not finished my question.
Okay.
That she said on her channel that you had sexual intercourse, a YouTube by Dollyvision, and then you had previously stated that you couldn't say exactly what QB said because you'd have to see the video.
Uh-huh.
So I'm asking what steps you took to preserve the video that you're basing the allegation of paragraph 105 on.
Sure. So I've got a spreadsheet that I prepared related to this. I consider it kind of work product, but I prepared a list of some of these because this would have been one that would have had a URL on a sheet. So it would have been on that Excel spreadsheet. So that's the only thing I've done to preserve the record. And maybe that might be, I omitted that that might actually be responded to the other questions as well that I had, because I, have a spreadsheet with links and stuff on it.
But you're asserting that spreadsheet is work product, correct? I mean, right?
Yes, sir. I was.
And you refuse to turn over that. If we were to issue a request for production, said, hey, at 11:20 a.m. on July 25th, you reference a spreadsheet, give it to us. Would you assert a work product privilege and refuse to do so?
The specific one that's there now, yeah, probably.
Oh, because it has my notes.
Because it has my notes on it. But I could probably.
Where could we get the information that is on that spreadsheet, if not through that spreadsheet?
I know I listed the majority of those in my, again, the complaints aren't relevant, but they're still listed. They need them, but that's not good enough. I understand. So I could probably duplicate that and remove the notes.
Okay.
And I think that would be reasonable because I really don't care if you have.
So other than the video, did you ever download the video?
Possibly.
By video, I mean the video from...
Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
Well, I'm sorry. For the record, by video, I mean the video that you allege that QB said something to the effect of you having sexual intercourse with Dollyvision. Do you believe that you downloaded that video?
I can't be 100% on that. I'll have to look in the record to see if I did or not.
What do you mean by the record?
Well, I've been acquiring downloaded material, and I do have downloaded material in my record, my file folder for this case, but...
So by record, you mean a file folder for this case?
A digital file folder.
And how do you get... You said that you've been acquiring things. How do you get the things you acquire?
Through research of her page. Other, just research. Research on YouTube typically. I don't...
And other people give you videos, don't they?
They used to. Not so much anymore. When everything was kind of really going crazy, yeah. There were a lot of back and forth by emails with people. I don't have a clue who they are.
So you have emails with some of the information that's in the spreadsheet?
Yes, sir.
And you have emails that then made their record, which is a file folder in your on your computer?
Not the
About this case?
Not the emails. The emails are still in just the email status. If they're still there and Google has not done anything with them, they're still there. I don't delete. That's one of the worst.
But you haven't taken any steps to preserve them.
Other than leaving them there.
Okay, so other than the allegation that QB stated on BHB's channel that BHB had sexual intercourse with YouTuber by the name of Dollyvision, aka Dollyvision, and I'm sorry for reading quickly. I realized I was doing that. Is that the only defamatory statement that appears in your second amended complaint?
I don't believe so, but...
Sorry? The only one that is still part of this case.
I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, this case is otherwise about tortious interference with contract, right?
That is correct.
And attached to your second amended complaint, you attach what you called Exhibit A. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is this the contract that you assert was tortious interfered with?
Yes, sir.
And are there any other contracts that you assert my client tortiously interfered with?
I don't believe so.
I apologize. I think your answer is that there are no other ones, but you said, quote, I do not believe so. But for clarify, is this the only contract that you are asserting was tortiously interfered with in this complaint?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this contract, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it's not, sorry.
It's fine. And this contract attached to Exhibit A to your second amended complaint, YouTube never terminated it, correct?
Not officially.
They didn't terminate it, correct?
Not officially. I did receive my termination letter, as we spoke to before.
So they threatened to terminate it.
I could...
But they never did, correct?
That's not true. I could not use my account. I was locked out of my account pending the result of whatever happened. So this idea that I was... No, that's incorrect. I was completely locked out of my account.
For how long?
I think it went on for 14 days or 7 days. 7 to 14 days. This nightmare went on. I ended up having to call the FBI.
That's unresponsive. I'm just asking for how long. Do you believe that suspension of account is the same thing as...
She had to call the FBI.
No.
So was your account suspended or terminated?
It was being terminated, sir.
Was your account suspended for 7 to 14 days or was it terminated for 7 to 14 days?
The way the rules work is whenever you have a suspension or a termination.
Non-responsive.
I'm answering your question. Whenever you have a termination or a suspension, you have 7 days to fight it. And I was in my 7 days to fight it. My account was terminated. I had to fight like hell to get that account back.
The account was never terminated. Mind you, she still has both channels up and always has. Neither one of them has ever been taken down. And Gypsy Nelson Hit says, this bothers me. I stood up for her First Amendment rights. To hear this is aggravating. Oh, girl, she cost me and my community thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because she did not want to admit that she fucked Dollyvision. It's disgusting. It's aggravating. It's sickening that she is that much of a loser that she couldn't admit to what she did.
Do you need to take a break?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips? Okay, it's 11:26. We'll go off the record. The discussion was held off record by Mr. Phillips. You understand you're still under oath?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You just set it aside, but Exhibit A to the second amended complaint is the contract with YouTube that you claimed was tortiously interfered with, right?
Correct.
Was provision of that contract, did YouTube breach, if any?
They terminated my account. I was no longer going to be able to make money on that particular account. I was canceled. Canceled.
Do you believe that YouTube breached a contract with you?
Yes, I do. Because I was acting in good faith. I was no longer allowed to make money out of things that were out of my control.
Have you sued or brought a claim against YouTube for breaching the contract that was attached as Exhibit A to your complaint?
No, they reestablished my account.
If YouTube did not breach that agreement, has it cured the breach?
It has. My account's fully accessible and acts as if nothing ever happened. So yes, I think everything has been remediated since then.
What exactly did YouTube do that constituted a breach of Exhibit A to the second amended complaint?
They shut my account down. If I am in good standing, I'm allowed to make money on YouTube. If I have the numbers and I am acting within the confines of the agreement, I'm allowed to have memberships. I'm allowed to get ad revenue. I'm allowed to receive super chat, super stickers, super thanks. I'm allowed to receive all these values and considerations. And when this was terminated, when my account was terminated, all of that stopped. all my memberships were canceled. They canceled people that were paying me. Those people had to reinstate all their memberships again. Everything stopped, and I did nothing wrong to have that happen. I was all manufactured.
YouTube is allowed to take action in accordance with the YouTube channel monetization policies, though, right?
Yes.
So as long as it followed the YouTube, is it your contention that YouTube did not follow the YouTube channel monetization policies?
They did not follow them. Oh,
So
I'm sorry. It says, for the record, she says they did follow them.
So they didn't breach the YouTube channel monetization policies.
No, they reason why my...
So they didn't breach the contract because the contract specifically allows them to take action in accordance with the YouTube channel monetization policies, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and...
But they terminated my contract.
There is no pending question. I want to get to how much did your revenue go down since... How much is your revenue, though, through the BullHorn Betty channel and Cash App, like apps and other ways that you monetize that? Your viewership, how much has your revenue went down since QueenBee allegedly defamed you?
So I was...
10%? 10%?
Let me...
20%?
I can't answer that in percentage.
How would you find out the answer to that question?
I would have to research the Cash Apps, the Venmos, and the YouTubes back then. I was getting more cash type app payments versus ad revenue payments, and now it's just the opposite. I'm more ad revenue than Cash App or Venmo. I make very little money on...
So are you unable to say, as you sit here today, whether or not your revenues went down or up since QueenBee allegedly defamed you?
They definitely went down. They didn't start coming back until the initiation of this lawsuit, when they were forced to leave my account alone.
Okay, and you would look at these records from the apps, YouTube to find out how it went up or down, correct?
So the analytics, we would probably go back to 2021 because she started attacking me in 2022 and 2023. And then when I will filed in suit in the middle of 2023, you can still see that they were fighting. But you could see me gradually finally starting to get my numbers. My numbers were finally starting to get back up because they stopped mass reporting me. And so you started continuing from the time this complaint was filed. Just gradually my numbers started going up. My stuff started being more stable, like they were before she even came into the live. Now, granted, back in 2021, they were just started out. You know that revenue generation was not where it should have been, but by 2022, it was getting there, and she was putting her foot on my neck.
Okay, but the answer to the question then is you would check YouTube analytics type stuff on the back end, as well as Cash App, Venmo.
Yeah.
All three other platforms. You would check the money you receive through these platforms.
Yeah, I think that would be fair to say. And I actually...
Would that include GoFundMes?
To be honest with you, there was only one GoFundMe that was ever established, and that was the one for my legal expenses Sonia set up for Tennessee. I don't think I ever used a GoFundMe prior to that.
So the legal expense GoFundMe has nothing to do with this litigation?
No,
Okay.
It's irrelevant.
How much money did you get in that?
I want to say like 5, maybe 6,000 so far.
Okay, and what do you do with that money?
It's all been spent to my attorney. My attorneys cost me a lot of money there.
Okay, you mentioned this legal trouble in Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
How do you attribute revenue going up or down to what QueenBee has done versus what other people who you said are a dime a dozen that dislike you versus your legal trouble in Tennessee?
The dime a dozen is her clique, is her people. So let's make sure we are understanding when I'm talking about they. I'm talking about her and her people. I have personally witnessed her being on her channel, directing these people to come to my channel and mass report. I've watched her in her...
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
Because this is not responsive. I want to know how you're going to, how you can say that these numbers, the revenue going up and down, is attributed to her as opposed to you saying that you want someone to die in a gas chamber, or Donald Trump is getting elected and the news cycle being different, or your legal troubles in Tennessee.
I would like...
How are you going to specify that it is due to QB's actions in defaming you as opposed to something else?
She directed all of this.
She directed the election of Donald Trump?
No, she did not. You're starting to be confusing, and I feel like that's a little bit... So let's back up here.
No, we don't have to back up.
The question...
My question for you is, I'll just repeat it.
Then let's leave...
How are you going?
Politics out of this, please.
How are you going to say that the revenue going down is attributable that QB was the cause of it as opposed to something else going on in the world?
Sure. You just stopped me from answering that very question. You just stopped me. Because I have heard her direct these people. She can't do that by herself.
Miss Russo, ma'am, I'm going to intervene
Okay.
right now and say something. This is maybe the third or fourth time this has happened. Now you're starting to raise your voice, and I'm just going to ask you to control that little bit.
It's going to happen. We're getting into some
I'm just
sensitive topics.
Well, no, I'm just telling you in a deposition. I'm just asking you to control your voice a little bit. That's all. Then, off the record discussion. Would you like me to the other
No, I can.
end of the table?
I can hear you.
Okay.
But it's not going to change the elevation of my voice when I get excited.
Yeah, you were speaking loudly early. Is why I brought it up.
But when I get excited.
Okay, I see. Bye, Mr. Phillips. So I want to know whether QB did something or did not do something, or directed people or not do something. Do you intend to prove that it was her causing your revenue to go down as opposed to anything else that might have occurred around the same time?
Very simply, she's the one directing her audience to do it. The actions were being done on my channel as directed by her, and then there was a result thereof.
But the question started with, for her defamation. How did the revenue go down because of the defamatory statement that you had? Well, we don't know the exact statement, but it somehow said that you had sexual intercourse with Dolly. How did that cause your revenue to go down?
Because she sent people over there to mock my channel, make it disruptive, cause people to leave my channel, not want to deal with that. These are
non-responsive.
The defamatory statements that she made were a direct attack to me, to make me look bad in the public's eye based upon lies. And then they took and made videos about it. They harassed me. They mocked me. That's not right. And she directed people to continue to do it, to continue to make videos, to continue to keep their foot on my neck. She has statements on the record on Twitter saying, keep it going, don't leave, don't let up.
Wrong.
I'd like the record to reflect that BHB's voice raised no less than 3 times, and she was jabbing her finger in the air during that response. I'm going to object that the response is non-responsive in that it's discussing things that do not actually have anything to do with QB's allegedly defamatory statement. Hi, Mr. Phillips. I'm asking, how did QB defamatory statement, not anything else she did, cause your revenue to go down?
Because she humiliated me, embarrassed me, and had people leave.
So she had people leave?
I've asked.
Does the defamatory statement make people leave?
Objection. I think this is starting to become oppressive because I've asked, you've asked me, I've answered.
But we would contend that you haven't, and I asked you to answer it again then, if you believe you have. How did QB's statement that you had sexual intercourse with Dolly cause your YouTube channel to go down in revenue?
She had people go over there and...
Non-responsive. I'm not asking what people did. I'm asking how her statement...
Because when you... Okay.
Singular statement.
Okay.
Okay, let's slow down.
So let me come back.
Hold on.
Let me answer the question.
No, hold on.
Do you want me... I'm sorry, that's your question.
Let's...
You said, do you want to take a break?
Oh, sorry. Listen. Do you want to take a break? Let's...
No, I need to answer the question.
Let's please slow down.
I need you to quit confusing me and let me answer the question, so...
Go ahead. Just slow down.
Okay, so...
I would like to know, I withdraw the question. What is the evidence that QB...
Okay.
Saying that you had sexual intercourse with Dolly, aka Dolly Vision, caused a decrease in your YouTube revenue, just that statement.
In my YouTube revenue, I don't know what caused it, but I'm telling you that from the title she started saying that, from the time she started producing the videos and images, my numbers started going down. People started leaving my channel. People started attacking me, harassing me. So the defamation and the drop of numbers is going to have a direct relationship and correlation to the income that I'm receiving.
Have you applied for any jobs that you have not gotten since our client defamed you allegedly?
They've destroyed my name. Anybody put my name in a... No.
Non-responsive?
No.
Is the answer you have not?
No.
Applied for?
The answer is no.
Ma'am, I know that you're getting upset, but I do need to finish questions. Otherwise, we will not have a clear record. So my question for you is, have you applied for any jobs and not gotten them since my client allegedly defamed you?
I've applied for no jobs.
Okay. Have you sought any mental health treatment as a result of defamatory statements that my client has made?
I have not.
And the Manatee County Sheriff's Office actually presented you the opportunity to seek mental health service, did they not?
That is a requirement for the situation.
Did they provide that for you or not?
Yes.
Okay, are you religious?
Yes.
Where do you worship?
I worship at my house.
Have you spoken to any religious leader about the defamatory statements?
Have I spoken to people about the defamatory statements specifically? Yes.
Who?
I've spoken to my mother. I've spoken to my neighbor, my best friend.
Who is that?
Blank. My blank doxing the neighbor brought me a puppy because of the stuff I was going through.
Your neighbor? Who is that?
Doxing the neighbor.
Can you spell the last name?
Doxing the neighbor and his address, I think is his legal name.
Have you spoken to any religious leaders about the allegedly defamatory statements?
I don't know if they're religious leaders. I've got some people that I've spoken to. I speak to Doxing the neighbor. He's one of but I don't know, there are people in the group, okay? If you guys...
What group?
I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict.
Okay.
I've been taking digestive care for 3.5 years. It's a wonderful product. It has great...
AA?
Been in recovery.
Or NA group?
I've been in NA since 2007.
Reporter clarification. Mr. Phillips, I don't want to go down that any further than that. What I'm trying to establish, and I'll just tell you so we can maybe go through it quicker. I just want to know if you've spoken to people about the allegedly defamatory statement and who you've spoken to as far as...
Law enforcement.
Okay, is that the Manatee County Sheriff's Office?
Mm-hmm.
Have you spoken to the FBI about it?
Yes.
Have you expressed frustration that the FBI is not doing anything about it?
Yes, I have. Not recently, though.
Do you have a life coach?
No.
Have you ever had a life coach?
I don't know if that's what I've had professional coaches in the past.
Did you speak with a professional coach about this?
I did not.
Did you, and just in case you think therapists are not mental health professionals, have you spoken to a therapist about the allegedly defamatory statements?
I haven't spoke to anybody about this because I was worried they were going to take my pew-pew.
Is that like a licensure? I'm sorry, I'll withdraw my question. Would you like to take a break? Mr. Phillips, okay, if we could go off the record, please. Discussion held off the record by Mr. Phillips. 1204, back on the record. You go, BHB.
Oh, I'm sorry. You asked BHB, you understand you're still on the record?
Oh, sorry, I thought that was your part.
Sorry.
BHB, you understand you're still on the record, under oath?
Yes, sir.
Okay, other than your mother, your neighbor, and your best friend, blank, have you spoken with anyone else about the allegedly defamatory statements about having sexual intercourse with Dolly Vision?
I know I spoke online about it. So, I think we can assume, get that out of the way. But as far as other private individuals, I think the only other person I would have spoke to was the neighbor.
Can you spell that?
Can I get back to you on that?
Can you just say it slowly?
If you'll let me use my phone, I can give you the proper spelling, but I don't want to cause any...
Can you just say the name slowly?
The neighbor's name.
Okay, that's fine. Now, it is the only GoFundMe that you've ever been a beneficiary of, the one that is for your legal expenses in your Tennessee case run by Sonia.
I want to say yes. It's the only one in the last, say, 5 or 6 year decade.
Fair.
Okay, so we'll keep it there.
Okay, and just to confirm, you haven't done any tax returns since 2021, correct?
No, the 2021 and 2022 tax returns are filed.
Okay, so you haven't done any tax returns since 2022 then?
Yeah, 2023 and 2024 are outstanding.
And you have not had an accountant or a bookkeeper for you or your business for the years 2023, 2024, and this year, correct?
That's correct.
You sell products on a platform called Creator Spring, don't you?
Teespring, not Creator Spring. It's Teespring, T-E-E Spring. It shouldn't be on any other site.
I'm going to hand you what's been marked as BHB exhibit. Wait, you might already have it over there. Do you have 7? BHB's deposition number 7 marked for identification. BHB.
I don't think so. I don't know which one.
There it is.
That's one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please go to the first page. That's not the cover page of the document.
This page?
Yep. And above the word subscribe, can you read me what it says?
Show me.
The record reflect I'm pointing to the blue words that say BullHorn Betted.
Okay. Yeah, I do see that. That's not where the account's set up yet at. That must be something that YouTube does. They have like a they work together. So I have an account with Teespring that I can add to this, and that must be the link for YouTube side of it.
And when you say, quote, that must be the link, you mean the BullHorn Betty CreatorSpring.com.
Correct. I only added my Teespring account to the BullHorn Betty site, which it creates from there. I don't think I have any control over. I think that's just because you can populate items under when you're live, like products, cups, hats, shirts, while you're live. And I think that's what that might be related to. but my account actually with Teespring, TEE Spring, but I think it's the same thing. It's just, it's titled different. I've never seen that before. I didn't even know it was there, so sorry.
That's fine. How do you see how much money you make from Teespring?
Oh, I can tell you, it's not that much. I think the entire time I've been with Teespring for the last 4 years with my designs, I think I've made like $30, $40 in revenue, maybe under $100.
You sell products on there that say, quote, stop online bullying, end quote, don't you?
Yes.
And they have a picture of a bee on them?
Yes.
It's the same picture of a bee that our client uses, is that correct?
I have no idea if it's the same bee or not. I don't know where I got it, but yes, I personally designed that.
Okay, so how can you tell how many viewers and subscribers you have per month on your YouTube channel?
It's the analytics, the back studio analytics.
And you can generate reports through the back studio, correct?
Online. I don't know if you can I've never done that, but I know I can look at the analytics.
Well, have you tried to generate any reports?
Nothing other than the screenshots that I've provided in some of my pleadings.
You understand that screenshots lack what's called metadata, correct?
No.
Okay.
But I'll look into that now that you bring it up.
How much money do you make per year?
Anywhere between 20 and 40,000.
And have you said that in the video before?
I have no idea.
Okay, how much do you?
I know I've said.
How much do you believe that you've made total from YouTube directly as opposed to Cash App like apps?
I'd rather not get into specificity when I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I can tell you that I generally make anywhere between $20,000 and $40,000 a year. So, obviously the first years and some of the stuff were really poor. As the numbers improve, as things improve, the amounts get better.
So if you make 20 to 40 per year, and let's skip 2021 because that was only the end of the year.
Fair enough.
There should be 2023 and 2024 full years. So you would have made somewhere between 40 to 80,000, correct?
Correct.
What percentage of that would you estimate is from YouTube versus the other?
The majority.
Revenue sources?
The majority of it's from YouTube.
You're aware that we've issued a subpoena to YouTube, correct?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Phillips, how do we say that we're going to designate this part of the deposition as confidential? Do we just say that, okay, we're going to designate this part of the deposition as confidential?
Okay, and this was already redacted before my attorney sent this to me. So we're just going to skip to 130.
We'll be back to unconfidential.
Okay.
So we'll talk about money again, but not the money that YouTube provided us under that confidentiality order.
Okay.
That's why we had to go on it. There's a confidentiality order that we entered into.
Right.
So how much money do you estimate that you make per month via YouTube?
The estimation, I think you're anywhere between 2,500 to 4,500. I mean, it's a range because some months I make close to 8,000 and other months I make only 1,500. So you'd have kind of a average those out, throughout the year. So, but on average, I make anywhere between 2,500 and 4,000 a month directly from YouTube.
How much were you making when YouTube threatened to terminate your account in 7 days?
Oh, at that time, that was when they were doing all the stuff. So I don't even think I think I was clearing about $1,500 or below. I think the cap during that time, I think I was making in some areas 1,500, but some I can tell you during the months that I wasn't there was something coming. There was nothing coming, nothing generating. So
1,500 per month?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, at that time I was on about $1,000 budget. So I only say what I.
So your channel, you testified earlier, was down during this. Sorry. You got a notice from YouTube that you have 3 copyright strikes, and they told you that your account was to be terminated in 7 days, correct?
That is correct.
And during that same time, you mentioned before that your account was not active, so you couldn't make any money with it.
They shut I couldn't produce. If you don't produce videos or live streams, you're not going to be generating income.
Okay, so it was still up. It's just that you couldn't post new material during that period, correct?
I don't know if it was up or the channel was up or completely terminated at the time, but I know it will stay up for that 7-day window. Once that 7-day window is done, then the account's gone. You got 7 days to either do something or lose it.
And YouTube tells you just that. They say your channel will remain live for the next 7 days to allow you to seek resolution and keep your channel up, right?
Yeah.
And during that 7 days, it could still, in fact, generate revenue, correct?
They canceled all my memberships. They canceled. I don't know if I'll have to look.
This is non-responsive, ma'am.
I'll have to look at it. I'm unsure.
Okay, so you were unsure whether or not during that 7-day period, your channel was still generating revenue, correct?
I'm unsure about the revenue generation, but not the fact that I could not use my account.
You could not use your account to post new videos, correct?
Correct.
Because YouTube even tells you during this time you will not be able to upload new videos, and strikes on your channel will not.
I don't want to live without it. It does so many good things for you. I had
Spot, are you right?
And they quit making payments. They didn't produce any of my membership payments during that time either.
Okay, and those strikes were, when did this actually occur, this threatening termination?
It all happened very, very, very quickly.
I just want a date.
I can't be specific. I just know it was in December of 2023.
Okay, and
it wasn't. I didn't get it back until, I think, until February of, it was 3 full months. I didn't get it back. I fought with them.
And the 3 strikes were for a fixed video. Layla's friend won't cooperate with Ellie, exclamation mark.
Uh-huh.
Correct?
That is correct.
That's the first one. And by Ellie, do you mean law enforcement?
That's correct.
And my client is not someone named person who struck BHB's channel, correct?
I think that's, yeah, it might be the right spelling.
My client isn't that person, right?
Your client is not that person. And the person that filed that right there isn't that person.
Okay, the second one was a video called SF Investigates Stand Down, exclamation mark, correct?
That is correct.
And YouTube reported to you, just like the first one, that person who struck BHB's channel reported that one, correct?
Correct.
And SF, what's that?
Steve Fisher, SF Investigates, a big buddy of hers, of QueenBee's.
I note that your tone there just changed completely. Why was that?
Because they had been working together to try to take my channel down for over 2 years.
Okay, and they haven't succeeded, right?
They were very, very close. My channel was down for 3 months, cost me 3 months of damages.
Well, before you said it was late December to February. That's January and February.
Well, we'll look at the dates.
So that's 2 months, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it was close to 90 days, but...
How are you going to prove that to us?
I'll be able to produce the records.
Okay. In Crunch Gate 2023, the Brian Koberger, Kohberger saga continues, exclamation mark. Let's chat, exclamation mark. That was also the 3rd strike, right?
Yes. From the same... Yeah, I believe so. I don't have any records in front of me to confirm all of this, but there were 3 strikes, and that sounds about right.
I'm going to hand you then what's...
Perfect.
Been marked as BHB Exhibit 5. Maybe I won't. Did you ever make a report to Manatee County Sheriff's Office? Mr. Phillips, do you have it there? Oh, no. Well, I don't know if you clipped it to this thing, maybe, but... I didn't.
Here's the...
Oh, here they are.
There's multiple calls into the sheriff's office.
Okay, here we go. Exhibit 5. BHB Deposition number 5, marked for identification.
Thank you.
And I direct you to the 13th page of that document.
Uh-huh.
And is this part of something that you sent to Manatee County Sheriff's Department?
Yeah, I guess I did.
So this is the thing that almost this page 13 and 14 are the email that YouTube sent you that said your account was about to be terminated, right?
This looks like one of, I think there were several. It wasn't just one email. There's conversation between, this was where you asked me if I had communication with YouTube directly by email. This would have been where the conversation was taking place.
So you have more emails like this?
Yeah, I believe there's 3. There might be 2 or 3 emails between YouTube.
Okay, but when you talked earlier about your channel was scheduled to be terminated in 3 days, it was because of these 3 copyright strikes that appeared on page 13, correct?
Correct, all 3.
Okay.
Of those would have been their own email.
Okay. I'm going to hand you what's been marked as Exhibit BHB 8. Just set it over there. BHB's Deposition Exhibit number 8, marked for identification by Mr. Phillips. Do you know what this is?
Never seen it. This must be... I don't know what this is. I've never seen this one before, unless it's associated with that stupid video.
So is this not a screenshot from the video that you mentioned in your complaint, the animated video?
This might be very well. I don't know whose... I thought it was only me and him in the animated. I don't know what this is.
Did you watch the animated video?
I watched the clip, the portion of what was on her show.
Whose show?
QueenBee's show.
So it's your testimony today that some portion of an animated video was played on QueenBee's YouTube channel.
I'm almost confident that it was.
Okay, are you sure, or are you confident that it was?
I'm confident.
It was on someone actually called Heels in the Air show, wasn't it?
But she played it on her show.
Heels in the Air, or QB did?
QueenBee did. That's how I found out about it to begin with.
So she only played a clip of some video then, right?
Yeah.
The video was actually produced by Australians going by NewsTubers, wasn't it?
No, it was prepared by Heels in the Air. The one lady, the one that I reviewed said Heels in the Air on it, of the animation. At least that's what I recall. I'll have to look at the video again. But I know I watched a video where a reporter, I don't recognize this. This is not what I watched. There was 2 people in it, like a BHB series that they put Dolly's face on.
You don't see this. You don't have any idea what the Exhibit 8 is.
I'm trying to figure it out, but I've never seen the purple hat lady. So that's what my first.
Well, how do you know that the one on the left is you then?
I don't know.
Okay.
Which one? I've never seen that. I just said I could tell by the purple. I've never seen the purple hat before.
Okay, that's fine.
That I recall, but I don't know what this is.
Have you been arrested before?
I have.
When were you first arrested?
I had a lot of problems. I don't know when I know I went to juvenile detention, so.
Have you been arrested in the past 10 years?
10 years. We're in 2025. So 2015, I think I was arrested. I think my last arrest was in 2016, potentially.
What was that for?
I'm sure probably something with me and my husband.
Like some degree of domestic?
That would have been simple.
Violence or fighting?
Simple battery. I know that one of them, he got in a fight with a guy and we were walking down drunk and they accused me of doing it, but they had it on video and he got in a fight with a guy, not me. So I went to jail for nothing.
Is that when you say your husband, is that ex-husband?
That's correct.
Have you been arrested since then?
I have not. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Just pause. She just got arrested in 2024. So that's a blatant lie. But anyway, I'm sorry. I have not. I'm sorry. Yes, I have. It's Tennessee. How could I forget that? Yes.
Okay, and by Tennessee, do you mean the allegation of?
Oh boy, sorry. It's getting long. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you mean the allegation of violating a protective order in Tennessee?
Yes.
And did the alleged wrongs result in your arrest?
That is correct.
Where were you arrested at?
Oh, good gracious. I think it was in Davidson County, Tennessee, I think.
Okay, have you been a plaintiff or a defendant in any lawsuits?
Do you want, of course.
Okay, other than this lawsuit, have you been a plaintiff or defendant in a suit?
Oh, yeah.
Were you in a suit with blank?
Yes.
What was that about?
It was a landlord-tenant dispute.
Was that in 2000 or so?
Yes.
And did she sue you?
No.
Did you sue her?
Oh, wait. No, she sued me for rent. The rent was paid to the registry of the court. We went through the whole process of that, and it ended up winning the case.
Did you ever file bankruptcy?
I did not. She did.
Okay, have you ever filed bankruptcy?
I have not.
Did you ever get in a lawsuit with blank?
Blank. I might have been in an automobile accident, maybe.
Were you in an automobile accident sometime in 2005 or 2006?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, but you can't recall whether or not you were ever in a suit with a blank.
Yeah, that sounds like an auto accident because I've never heard that name before or I don't recall. So that's...
Understood. You obviously divorced your husband. That's ex-husband, correct?
Correct.
Now, did you file several times and not see the divorce through?
Uh-huh.
So you didn't file the case blank and have it dismissed for prosecution?
I don't. That was, I think if I recall, maybe me and Vince had problems, but 6 months after we got married, I may have initiated. I don't recall getting that far with it. But at the end of the day, we decided to stick together. And 10 years later, we ended up getting divorced.
And was that in around May of 2021?
Yeah.
Did you ever sue someone named going by the screen name Crude AF?
I did. I did.
Was that did you bring an order of protection claim against him in blank?
Blank. I think it was blank. Yes, sir.
And did you sign any declarations in that case?
I know I went to the police, signed an affidavit, provided them the information, the emails, conversations, stuff like that. And I was in the wrong jurisdiction, which they told me. And the judge went ahead and put in the temporary and wanted me to work on getting it done in Florida.
And you have copies of those affidavits that you mentioned and the emails?
I'm sure the courts do.
Do you?
I don't know.
Okay, where would you look to find out if you do?
It would have all been in person, so you're talking about paper copies. I would not have had digital copies of that. So the digital copies would be in, I don't know. I have no earthly idea from 2022 where I won the case. The case has been resolved.
Stop scrolling. This is huge.com.
You said that the court told you the court only entered a temporary protection order, right?
They did, but I sued him for stalking and...
Separately?
Yes.
Okay, so you have the order of protection thing, then you have a separate lawsuit?
Yeah, and then
And where was that filed?
It was filed in blank or wherever he lives. I think it's blank. And I won the case, and he had to give me a $500 check.
You didn't win the case, though, did you?
Yeah.
You settled. He settled the case with you, didn't he?
That's a win. He settled the case. He acknowledged the findings and paid me my money, and I went on. He never.
Do you have that in writing?
There you go. Just like Betty said, she considers it a win. There we go. She fucking settled, knew she was a lying fuck, signed the papers and moved on. We won. Period, bitch.
I have the court order. The court order is part of the record, and I did keep the check showing coming from the escrow account. I sure did.
So you have a piece of paper somewhere. He acknowledges that you are correct.
He accepted. I don't know what he did with the judge, the courts. They told me that he went ahead and accepted everything, and he's going to pay the restitution. They cut me. They sent me that's what the clerk told me, and they sent me a check with the case.
What clerk told you that?
The one in blank.
That's their name?
It's clerk of courts.
The reason I'm asking these questions is because, as I understand it, he just settled for a nuisance value of like $500.
He acknowledged stalking me.
So he acknowledged in writing somewhere that he stalked you?
He accepted whatever they told him, and he paid me the money. That's what
Now you just said under oath that he acknowledged stalking you. I want to know exactly how he acknowledged stalking you as you sit here under oath.
Okay, so I want to clarify that. This one objection for relevance, but I'm going to still answer that question. I filed a complaint in the courts.
This is non-responsive.
I'm answering the question. Let me follow through with my question. So I filed the complaint in the courts. He did not. He acknowledged and accepted it and said he just wants to pay the fee, be done with it, and move on. He accepted the findings of the court. He paid the restitution to me. I won that case.
What findings of the court?
The court case in Greenville. The details of the case, I'd prefer you getting directly from the record, the court record, because...
Well, I'm asking you. As you sit here now, under oath, you have said that this gentleman...
Yeah.
...acknowledged that he stalked you.
That's what the courts told me.
Okay, so you don't actually know. You are saying what the court told you.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you have no personal knowledge of Crude AF.
They told me that he accepted the complaint and...
Ma'am, I haven't even finished my question yet.
Okay.
You have no personal knowledge of Crude AF acknowledging that he stalked you, correct?
Yeah, I have a civil record that acknowledges it in blank. Okay,
so what?
Blank.
What part of the record, as opposed to someone just telling you what they think?
I won the case. They closed the file. I received restitution.
You believe you won a case simply because it was settled?
It was settled, yes.
Why are you yelling?
Because I don't understand the question. I'm getting confused here. I feel like you're trying to intentionally confuse me here. I don't even know the relevance.
And I'm not trying to confuse you.
Please let me finish. I don't know the relevance here, for the record. And at the end of the day, I went to court. I presented. He accepted it. He accepted the plea. He accepted the $500 fee. He sent me the money, actually sent it to the courts. The court sent me the money, and they closed the case out.
Are you saying that Crude AF accepted a plea in a civil case?
I don't know what he did. He told them that.
But you just said under oath now, ma'am, that he accepted a plea in that what is a civil case. And that's what I'm trying to get at.
I would like to clarify that I right now am going to say that I don't know the specificity on dates of what happened. I know I filed an action. He accepted the action. He paid me the fee, and I was accepting, and the case was closed.
It's settled, correct?
It's settled.
Okay.
And it's settled in my favor.
Pennsylvania, how many people did you sue in Pennsylvania?
I think right now we have a total of 10 or 14 people that were on, but it's only 2 people that were actually served.
And is this a case captioned at Night Media versus at least 2 people, it sounds like?
At least 2 people, yes.
And this is in Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
That's correct.
And it's you, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and At Night suing some people.
Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, we've got about 10 plaintiffs.
And when you say we in this situation, you mean
the plaintiffs, yeah, sorry.
Your co-plaintiffs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and in that, the courts that are devoted to you, you claimed a civil conspiracy, correct?
Correct.
And as part of the civil conspiracy, you mentioned QueenBee, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a civil conspiracy case in Delaware County, Pennsylvania that mentioned our client, correct?
Correct. That is correct.
Did you sign any declaration or affidavits for that case?
I did.
Have you signed declaration affidavits for that case that have not yet been filed?
I don't believe so.
Okay, who has copies of anything you've signed? Relating to that case?
Sure. My attorney, Joseph Lesniak.
Can you spell the last name?
Lesniak.
Okay, you had a case in Tennessee, correct?
Yep.
You were accused of violating protective orders?
Yep.
Arrested and jailed for that?
That is correct.
You claim that you didn't violate the protective order.
Every bit of it is lies.
Okay, any other violation of protective order cases?
They've reinstated the. I haven't been in Tennessee, but they've reinstated the continuance of the OP. So I think they just gave me a gift, but you'll find out. We'll find out.
By they, you mean the authorities in that particular
No.
county? I'd like to be able to finish my question, ma'am. By they, do you mean the authorities in Tennessee?
No.
By they, do you mean the family that claims to be stalked or harassed by you?
Yes.
Okay, what about the Laundries? Laundrie.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been in civil dispute with them?
Only Christopher Laundry.
Did you sue Christopher Laundrie for destroying a sign that you put in his yard?
Yep.
Okay, and did you say to a reporter that you brought the suit, at least in part, because it will drive them a little bit nuts?
This is back from 2021. I could not possibly remember. I've literally gave 50,000 interviews during that time. I have no idea what I said. I was suing Mr. Laundrie, yes. Was it over a sign? Yes.
Well, in your complaint, the Second Amendment complaint, you talk at length about certain reporters covering you, correct?
That's correct.
So I assume that you've read the articles they've written about you.
No, and I don't do written. Usually
You did not have a call with someone from Vanity Fair?
I don't even recall speaking to anybody from Vanity Fair, but I did speak to somebody from A&E Australia. I did a live broadcast, but there were so many people.
Non-responsive. Did you ever do a phone interview with someone from Business Insider?
I think I don't recall being on the phone with anybody. Everything was done like on video chat. I don't remember. Unless they were out there at the scene, I don't remember giving an independent. I don't remember speaking to anybody from Vanity Fair.
Well, now I'm asking about something else, ma'am. I'm asking whether or not you spoke with anyone on the phone from Business Insider, namely Orici Igraciz, Egresitz, or Natalie Musumeci, Musumeci. Have you spoken to anyone with those names?
I don't think so. I think what you're looking at there is an independent journalist out there that may have sold something, but I don't recall, everything that was said related to those lawsuits.
So you never did a phone interview with them where you said that you were one of two community activists who demonstrate outside the home of the Laundries, who you repeatedly refer to as the dirty Laundries?
I think.
And that you said that the crowd rose to about a dozen, and that, quote, I'm not invested in the lawsuit. It's something that's going to keep this relevant. It's something that is going to drive the Laundries a little nuts. You've never said that to reporters?
I don't know. There was a lot of reporters out there, and I know that there was just a couple handfuls of interviews I did directly related to the lawsuit itself. But I kept it very, very vague because it's a lawsuit, and
it was a lawsuit for $40, right?
It was a lawsuit for $40. That's correct. And my damage.
And you dismissed it within 1 month, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct. Somebody ended up settling with me. It was settled out of court.
Who is someone?
It was another party close to the family that didn't want this family drug through. So they gave me $40 and everything's done.
So you came out minus 20 overall?
Something like that.
Okay, so you cannot recall. Where would you check to see who you spoke to by phone in mid-October of 2021?
I don't know if there's any way for me to look back in those days.
You have a series of phones, don't you?
I have a series of phones, but if you recall, like I said, even back then it was my Samsung. My Samsung I can produce it. It's been completely, utterly destroyed. It's ruined. It fell out and it broke into a million pieces. Well, the screen did. And the Samsungs are glass, both front and back. So
what carrier did you have in 2021? Mobile phone carrier?
Either Metro PCS or Verizon, but I'm pretty sure it was I was already converted to Verizon by then, but I can't be 100. There are the only two carriers I've had in the last 2 decades.
When you say you, quote, can't be 100%, do you mean like 100% share?
Right, because I've only had 2 carriers in the last, 10 years, Metro and Verizon. So I can't remember which that specifically changed. It may have been before 2021. It may have been after.
Do you ever check your phone bill, or do you still have your phone bill from then?
I haven't received phone bills in the mail or anything otherwise.
You're aware that you can get your phone bills online, right?
I do not have that kind of service. Metro PCS doesn't have access to prior calls, and Verizon, I'm on a prepaid service. I don't have contracted service, so
okay.
None of these contracted service.
Madam Co-Reporter, never mind. Sorry, bye, Mr. Phillips. You accused my client of saying that you had sexual intercourse with someone going by the name of Dollyvision. Does he have a YouTube channel?
He does.
What is it called?
One of them is Jams TV. One of them is Dollyvision. I think he may even have Dollyvision 2.0. I don't remember all the channels he has, but he has multiple channels.
Have you been like a guest contributor to his channel?
Yes, I used to be on quite regularly there for a while.
When did you first meet him in person?
I want to say it was like the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, but the first time I can't be specific. That's probably around as close as I'm going to be able to get.
Did you ever overnight camp or otherwise sleep in a car with him?
We've done both. I've camped with him out in North Carolina. I was forced to sleep in a car in Oregon.
And when were you forced to sleep in a car with him in Oregon?
That was September. I don't remember if you give me just a moment, I can probably work out the specific date. I believe it was, as a matter of fact, I think it was on my birthday, which is pretty hideous because we were out there every year. I searched for somebody part of my birthday, so.
Part of crowdification?
Yes, I believe so. So yes, I've gone camping. I've slept in a car with him, and I guess it would be considered Oregon and Idaho because of the line, so.
Not concerned about where, I just mean...
Okay, and then Tennessee. I saw, we had an event in Tennessee.
Okay, did you sleep in a car with him there?
No.
Okay, did you ever hug him?
Yep.
Did you ever kiss him?
Yep.
Have you ever been in a romantic relationship with him?
Yep.
Have you ever engaged in non-physical sexual activities with him, i.e. saucy texting of what that sort?
I'm not really into the saucy texting.
Okay, have you engaged in physical sexual contact with him?
In North Carolina, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with Dolly Vision?
Yes.
Okay. I just...
Wait, what? 2.5 years, a lawsuit because you couldn't admit this right here, this little piece here. Let's go back and hear this again.
Here, I searched for somebody part of my birthday, so.
Part of crowdification?
Yes, I believe so. So yes, I've gone camping. I've slept in a car with him, and I guess it would be considered Oregon and Idaho because of the line, so.
Not concerned about where, I just mean...
Okay, and then Tennessee. I saw, we had an event in Tennessee.
Okay, did you sleep in a car with him there?
No.
Okay, did you ever hug him?
Yep.
Did you ever kiss him?
Yep.
Have you ever been in a romantic relationship with him?
Yep.
Have you ever engaged in non-physical sexual activities with him, i.e. saucy texting of what that sort?
I'm not really into the saucy texting.
Okay, have you engaged in physical sexual contact with him?
In North Carolina, yeah.
Okay, have you ever had sexual intercourse with Dolly Vision?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear on this. What I previously showed you as VHB Exhibit A is not the animated video that you referenced in your second amended complaint, right?
Doesn't look like it. I've never seen this. I don't know.
And you watched the entirety of the clip on the QueenBee YouTube channel?
I saw the one, to be honest with you, as soon as I saw our faces on cartoons or I turned it off, I didn't want to see it, okay?
Fair enough.
It's as you can imagine, this goes beyond.
Which phone number do you have with the Verizon prepaid service?
This was already pre-redacted before I got it. Just want to be clear on that. Can we keep that confidential?
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be opposed to that?
Would you be opposed to that?
Oh, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Can we keep that number confidential?
Okay, Mr. Phillips. Madam Court Reporter, whatever the number was will be designated as confidential on the record.
I appreciate that.
By Mr. Phillips. And just for the completeness of the record, we will treat it as confidential information under the protective order that was entered in this case.
I appreciate that.
By Mr. Phillips. Have you ever spoken to any attorneys, investigators, or reporters about the events relating to this lawsuit?
I don't know how to answer that. Let's do...
Okay, let's break it down.
Yeah.
I'll ask you. Have you spoken to an attorney about the events related to this lawsuit?
I don't know if I spoke to them about... No. We'll say no for...
Have you spoke to any attorney about QB?
Yes, but not... This is where the hiccup is. It wasn't in a professional capacity. I've got friends that are...
Who are your friends that are attorneys?
So blank doxing a person is one person that he's a Sarasota attorney, just asking him different things. And I think that this is way back in the beginning, what I need to do to try to protect myself, things like that.
Did you ever retain blank services?
No. Like I said, nothing. It was personal more than professional.
And who was the next attorney you spoke to about this or about QB?
I ask it might have been Tyler Weiss.
And is that W-E-I-S-S?
I think so. I think that's how you spell.
W-E-I-S-S?
E-I-S-S. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Tyler Weiss, he's a Tennessee attorney.
Okay, and is that the Tennessee attorney defending you in the Tennessee case?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them.
Any other attorneys you spoke to about QB?
I think it might have been my other attorney. I know I did speak to, but again, it was in a relation to other cases, but I have to think that. But I have to think that. What was my first attorney's name? If you are looking at Terry Frizzell, he was my first attorney in Tennessee. And then I got Nick Schallenbach, something like that.
Okay. Did you said that you spoke to them all in a personal capacity, correct?
Not really. It was related to the Tennessee because you have to kind of explain in the background of why the situation is in Tennessee.
So Tennessee attorneys, it was for the soliciting of legal advice?
Right.
I don't want to know anything about what you spoke about with them.
Okay.
These other, though, the fellow in Sarasota, that was just personally?
Yeah. And I think it was more in the lines of, what steps can I take to protect myself? Very general type of stuff. And,
Were you soliciting legal advice from him?
no, just, what where I should go, where should I go from here? Not necessarily legal advice, best practices, I guess, file a police report, do those types of things that I believe was recommended.
Any other attorneys than those you just mentioned?
I don't think so.
Any investigators being licensed private investigators?
Yes, there was his name was Mike out of Texas. I utilized him to find Heels.
Report clarification.
I don't know his last name. Heels. Oh, Heels. Sorry. Yeah, that's the name you were looking for. Sorry. But yes, I did hire a guy out of Texas.
Why did you sue Heels from Knox County, Illinois?
Because I kind of wanted everybody kind of in one filing. But then when I realized how much more complicated it was to include in out-of-state residents, and I don't think it was like the venue was proper for that. I realized that if I was going to spend the money in Texas to open up whatever needed to be opened up to get her here in Illinois, I would have to just sue her over there. So,
you know that Heels is deceased now, right?
Deceased now, yes.
Did you talk to anyone about her dying?
I'm sure I said something like that lady was evil until the day she died. She's probably going to burn in hell.
Okay.
If that's what you're looking for, I'm sure I said something like that.
And have you spoke to any reporters about your claims against QueenBee?
No,
I believe I may have, but I can't be 100%. I've had some, and it's related to the arrest in Sebastian Rogers. I know this is not responsive, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to process the information so I can get you.
How would you find out?
I don't think I specifically spoke to a reporter about QB. I think the only people I spoke specifically about QB was At Night employees at Night and Joseph Lesniak.
Yesterday, you went on a live stream and said you were reviewing documents for today's deposition.
Uh-huh.
What documents did you review?
I had the time to review the first complaint, the original complaint rather, the first amended complaint, and the second amended complaint, which is the one that's active. And I looked at my bank statements to find out what specific dates because I knew that a lot of this claim is about Dolly and my relationship, especially at the time we were in Idaho. So I looked at my bank statements to find out what dates I was actually in Idaho, what I spent my money on, things of that nature.
Were you in a romantic relationship with Dolly Vision when you were in Idaho with him?
No,
Was that before or after you were in a romantic relationship?
Before.
Okay, JLR.
JLR and I were having problems. We started talking and it wasn't going to work out. We opt to work.
Reporter clarification.
I'll leave it at that.
What is tragedy pimp as you understand it?
Apparently me.
You used the word quote tragedy pimp in your first amended or second amended complaint, correct?
I'm sure I do. It's the name that's just...
When you used it in your second amended complaint, what did you understand it to mean?
Me? I mean, I don't know what you're asking me to define somebody else's term. It's not a term that I use or use often. I may repeat it, but I definitely don't use it. So I don't know what the terminology of tragedy pimp is, but it's basically a grifter, I guess. And that's another name that they use a lot, is grifting.
Ever wonder why high blood pressure feels so stubborn? No matter how hard you try, I totally...
Okay. The video that you do recall seeing, do you remember the animated video that you do recall seeing? How much of it did you watch?
A few moments of it. When I realized it was a portrayal of me and Dolly, it upset me.
Okay. Madam Court Reporter, how much time do we have left, or do you have our total break time? I think our total break time, we said 20 minutes, all right? That was before the last one. The break was, I think, 10 minutes. Let me see. We were off the record for 11:55 until 12:04. So another 9 minutes. So I believe that means we have about 9 or 10 minutes left. Do you mind if I take a break to gather my thoughts, see what I'm going to do with that?
If you want to finalize, yeah. I'm glad we're able to get this done today.
Discussion held off the record by Mr. Phillips. Back on the record at 12:59. You understand you're still under oath, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where do you bank at?
Blank.
Anywhere else?
Can you give me a time frame?
Where do you bank at presently?
Blank.
Where do you bank at in 2022?
Blank and blank. Blank was the business.
The business being you and your husband's business on BullHorn Betty channel?
Me and my ex-husband's business.
Been any other banks?
If you consider the Cash App type things, they give you a little credit cards now. You know, it depends what you consider.
2023, where do you bank at?
I think that will be the same, except Ibra, we close that account, and blank, and then any of the cash. I'm sorry, that's your part.
And blank, and then any of the Cash App like payment platforms. If so, insofar as we were to consider that a financial institution, then that would count as well.
Yeah. So at most, it would be blank,
Oh, that's
Venmo,
mine.
Cash
Yeah,
App.
it's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was mine.
Sorry. Yeah.
So at most, it would be blank, Venmo, Cash App,
PayPal.
and PayPal, right?
Yes. And then just for banking stuff now, we're not getting into credit cards, are we?
No.
Okay, then yeah, that.
I mean, unless you own a piece of Visa, we're looking for like where money could be coming in and out at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they're not coming in there. The bank, if you're looking for my income, it'll be blank.
What about Apple Pay? Or Google Pay? Or Google Pay?
Yeah, I have those, but they're all set up to go to the accounts, you know, like the credit, like my debit card and goes into my account is on Google Pay, but I don't have anything like, but yeah, I have Google Pay and Apple Pay.
It was the same thing for 2024 and those Cash Apps like apps?
Yeah.
Okay, you have an account and then you have these Cash App like accounts. Do you take the money out of those and deposit into the blank account?
It depends on what the money is being used for. I let it accumulate in there for like, I'm like for the attorneys or something. And then when I need to pay the attorney, then I'll do the deposit and then write it to the attorney. So it really depends. But yes, I deposit those directly into the account at some point.
So if you have money in Cash App like account and it's not sitting in there, the place it would be going would be the blank account?
Correct.
Okay, and that's been the same for 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025 insofar as you had those Cash App like accounts, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, okay, where does your money that you make from YouTube go?
It goes directly to my blank.
How does it do that?
Direct.
Direct deposit?
Electronic transfer.
Okay, so there would be, so there would just be an entry on your bank statement that says YouTube or Google or something.
I think it says Google LLC.
Okay.
I think.
But you'd be able to, if you looked at your bank statement, to be able to tell what it was, right?
Yes, sir.
And if you moved money from Cash App on one of the Cash Apps like platforms, you would be able to tell what it was when you put it in your bank account, right?
Yeah, it does say, I think I'm not mistaken. They're all Venmo, Cash App on the statement. Yes, sir.
Okay, you mentioned Verizon is prepaid. I understand Metro PCS to be prepaid phone service. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And when did you use Metro PCS versus using the Verizon prepaid service?
That's what I was saying. I don't remember where. That's why I gave you the Metro PCS, because I've been using Verizon forever since I can remember. But just for, you know, truthfulness, I wanted to make sure that there was another service because I don't remember when that changed. I think it's...
But Metro PCS was the earlier of the two.
That's correct.
Okay, did you like to have an account login with them?
It was, I'm sure I did, but it was right around the corner from my house. So I just went up there, just like with Verizon. I have a problem. I don't call them. I go around to the corner to the storefront.
How do you get notified that you have new subscribers?
The way that I notice that I have new subscribers is on the YouTube studio. It's like right there in the center of the sheet. It says, like, that's where I get it. That's
okay.
Yeah, it's on the studio.
They don't send you emails or anything?
They might. I don't have all that stuff going to the I have all that stuff going to the trash because I don't need anything gunking up my emails.
Okay, you set up like a filter or something that just automatically directs it?
Directs them right on out because...
So I want to be clear, you have it being directed to trash, not to like a folder?
Am I able to get back to you on that? I know this is for the record, but...
I mean, as far as if you don't recall, then you don't recall.
I don't recall. It's too...
That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't recall? I'm going to ask you to look at Exhibit 6, which is the second amended complaint. It's one of the thicker ones there.
Okay.
In particular, page 32, in particular from there, paragraph 342, where you reference QB's instruction.
You said page 32.
Sorry, 33, my apologies.
Okay. What number?
Paragraph 342.
Okay.
And it reads, quote, QB's instructions trick the YouTube algorithm into thinking a particular creator did something wrong, end quote. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
What proof do you have of that?
Those are going to be proven with the... I think the only way I'm going to be able to prove it is her making the statements online. Them going over there, showing that they're thumbing that video down. It throws it into the... I won't get into the technical terms, but there is a way to show it because they do have percentages on your show. So you can tell how many people liked and disliked it.
Okay, well, how are you going to prove that it tricks the YouTube algorithm? I mean, I like my client, but I don't know that she's smarter than the engineers at Google.
It takes a lot of people to do this, right? So you have to have a...
But, I mean, how are you going to prove that it tricked YouTube?
Cause in proximity. Like, cause and timing, right? She's instructing people to do this. I can show that they went over there and did it, and I can show the
Reporter clarification.
Yeah, to go over to the account, thumb it down. She's doing this publicly, by the way. So we have her on record telling people, instructing people to do this. They go over to my account. You can see the numbers go from, say, 98% all the way down to 87%. That's triggering YouTube's algorithm to tell them that people do not like my content, and they will not publish it out any further, not push it out any further.
Well, two things. How does that trick the YouTube algorithm, given the fact that you just said all it's doing is telling YouTube that people don't like your content when people do not, in fact, like your content? So how that's tricking YouTube?
No, that's not true. See, that's where you're wrong. Queen and her team, I know even Blank Screen has over 100 accounts. That's one person going and flagging my account 100 times.
But you said
one person. Let me answer your question. So you're asking me, how does it trick it? It's very easy. Whenever I go and when I'm doing a show, clearly people do like me. I produce twice as many numbers as QueenBee in memberships and subscribers, twice as many. So the idea that people don't like me is untrue. What they do is they create a whole bunch of accounts. And when she tells them go, they go one by one. They hit those accounts. I know this because Blank Screen has acknowledged that to me. He got 100 accounts.
you were talking far too fast for the court reporter.
Okay.
Blank Screen?
Yeah, Blank Screen. It's all one word, blank.
So QB has you've called them, I don't know if you use the word band, but a bunch of misfits, right?
Yeah, band of misfits.
How many of them are there?
Thousands.
So there are thousands of people who don't like you.
No, thousands of accounts.
Thousands of accounts. How many people are they?
I have no idea.
So you have no idea how many people dislike you? So I want to focus on the word trick, because I don't personally, actually, this might be the way to do it. Do you have any personal knowledge of what the YouTube algorithm looks like? Have you seen its code?
I have not seen its code. Thank you for clarifying.
Are you an engineer at Google?
No, I am not.
Are you an engineer at YouTube?
No, I am not.
Do you personally know any engineers at Google?
No.
Do you personally know any engineers at YouTube?
No.
Have you ever written any software?
Nope.
What personal knowledge do you have of what the YouTube algorithm does not do?
So there's articles, and I've read the articles.
What personal knowledge? The
personal knowledge I've received from the articles I've reviewed, and I can tell you that what has gone on in my account.
What algorithm? Is it your contention that there is only a singular YouTube algorithm?
I don't know what the singular YouTube algorithm is. I know that when people mass report, it triggers YouTube to tell them that the account is not liked when it is. It's tricking the system to surpass my content while she steals my content and shows it on her screen.
How is it a trick if people just don't like you and Google can't make money?
Drinking warm water before bed helps release fat while you sleep. Apparently, thousands of people are already
money. So why is it a trick for Google to stop pushing your versus someone else's?
Because that's not true.
But you said
she's instructing.
Ma'am, I have a question.
But you never let me finish answering the first question you asked.
What evidence do you have of the so-called trick?
I have her words. I have the cause and effect. I have her going on there, everything being fine, her telling people to come over to my channel, do this, do that, publicly.
Court reporter clarification.
Okay, sorry. So I have her on my channel instructing people to do this. Then I have them in my channel coming over there representing QueenBee, right? And then they're tagging me. They're causing issues with my audience. People are leaving. They're thumbing it down at rapid rates while my people love my content. There are people she's dragging over to my channel that don't care for my content.
Okay, I'm going to hand you what's been marked as BHB exhibit or exhibit BHB 4.
Okay.
BHB deposition number 4, marked for identification by Mr. Phillips. Have you flipped to the third page of that? Is that the police?
Hold on. I would like to clarify that I'm being provided an incomplete document. It's 6 of 6 for this exhibit, just for the purposes, okay?
Okay, so the third page of this document and the fourth page of this document is the blank police department offense report that you contend shows our client sold alcohol to a minor.
That's correct.
Okay, nothing else with that.
Okay. Do you just want a few minutes?
No.
Okay.
By Mr. Phillips. So if there are any questions that you did not understand, I can go back and ask it another way. Is there any question that you just want me to go back and ask a different way?
Honestly, after all the questions we've asked over the 3 hours, I wouldn't even know where to begin. So until I get review the record, my brain is just mush at this moment.
So you testified today that you have had sex with Dolly Vision. You had sex with JLR. that your account was suspended for 7 days and you weren't able.
That's not.
And you weren't able to monetize it for 7 to 14 days, correct?
That is incorrect.
Which part of that is incorrect?
You keep saying it was suspended. It was terminated. I received a termination letter that it would be finally. They gave you a 7-day grace period, and within that 7-day grace period before the final termination, it is where I was at. I was only in a grace period of the termination. I want to make sure that that's clear for the record. This is not a suspension. They were terminating my account, and I was within my grace period.
Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Now that we can all take a breath.
Well, there's a couple other things the court reporter is going to need.
Okay. And lastly, you just want me to leave here?
The court reporter will take it, and then the video that we watched, we didn't look at them all. So I will do like Veritex, and they'll be appended to the transcript in some way.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure how that will be.
And what were those? Those were 10-1 to 10 through 10 and 3 through 1 and then 3.
We looked at exhibits.
Do you mind if I write those down?
No, go ahead.
Are we off the record?
No, we're not, but
oh, I'm sorry.
We have exhibit 3 and its subparts, and 10 and its subparts that looked at it.
Okay, perfect.
And anyone ordering? We order a PDF and text file delivery. No weird proprietary versions of it on a normal turnaround. I believe you have to make a decision on whether you want to review or sign.
Yeah, I want obviously going to review what's in the record before it's finalized, but cost prohibited, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to need a copy of that as well. So I don't know how you guys want to do that. If you want to split the...
Well, we're ordering ours. You order.
Then I'll pay for ours. I didn't know if you guys wanted to split the cost of the whole thing or whatever.
She wouldn't like that. Deposition concluded, 1:14 p.m.
Yep, and that was the end. So if you didn't figure out what's happening at the end, depositions are thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, it's a lot of money, and it's not something that you just like, oh, here, let me go buy that for you. So what was happening is each side is responsible for paying for their own copy of it, and she was trying to like get a copy for free from QueenBee's money or get one for half off. And her attorney was like, kick rocks, basically. So that is the end of that. Man, that was a lot. That was a whole lot. And of course, this is the page 187, which, says it was done July 25th, 2025. And there are so many things to talk about in this. And so we are going to be moving on to doing all of the comments and stuff that you guys left.
And there we have it. The deposition of BullHorn Betty. The infamous frivolous lawsuit for 2.5 years of your bullshit. Even tried to grift a deposition. She sure did. Sure did. She said, want to go halfsies on a deposition? Hell no. Hell no. On that note, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for hanging out. Make sure you guys leave a comment, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. QB out.